Snub there, that will knock you niggas off your feet. So watch your beat, we in the street, 100 deep, money speaks. On a crime wave, car crime pays. 2 up in Cunch for like 5 days, breezing down the motorway. Whole team with our shits looking like a motorcade. Everybody presidential, looking on a boss wave. Nigga tearing up and still calling it an off day. A off day, talking all that smoke, he ain't even spot to match it. Any ends, pack flip, feds chase, don't stick. From young and hit the road and start. Me, K, licking cars, wifey falling out of bra. Whole gang fix her ass. Cut the talk when they come in. Got the top down, young boy gunning. Sophie went and spent 5 racks on the chest. They could whip the points themselves, I'm working with the best.
Back that, flip that, reload, drop that. Turn up in the shop for the cash flow, cop that. Jingo, YG, OG, pop cat. Busy staircases, life on the blocks. I was in the blue when they never called it blue. Greenborough 2, whole family on movements. I was in the NAM back before they were flagging. Now it's all changed, had to make some improvements. I was going bricky 2002. Town full of angels, poverty driven boosting. Chilling with the shotters them, Tottenham to Homerton, Stratford to Cannon Town. I was with a lot of them. Street code, beef code, road was kinda hotter then. I've been in the field, Enfield, ain't forgotten them. Late night, players club, with the top of them. Yardies and Nigis, double up the dollars them. Name brands, big whips, been through the lot of them. West them popping off tags with the rubber men. Big buds, high grade, loud tax, fuck up them. 36 zip locks, bagging up and chopping them. Back that, flip that, reload, drop that. Turn up in the shops with the cash flow, pop that. Jingo, YG, OG, pop cat. Busy staircases, life on the blocks. Back that, flip that, reload, drop that. Turn up in the shops with the cash flow, pop that. Jingo, YG, OG, pop cat. Busy staircases, life on the blocks. Yeah, don't get it twisted. You know where it is.
Yeah, yo. Yeah, I just had to unmute my headset there. I don't know what was going on. But we're going to get straight into this. No long thing today, yeah? I was going to do a quick one. Big up all the viewers. Shout out to everyone who hits the like button and the notification bell and all that good stuff when they jump on. If you don't, try and get used to it. Like, make sure you hit the like button, leave a comment, you know, hit the notification bell if you're new, XYZ. Yeah, because we've had this subject a few times this week. Thanks to my brother Sham, I thought, you know what, maybe we should do a bit of a broader investigation into the particular subject of, you know, demons, especially. We could do angels, but I think we're just going to start with demons today because, you know, this is these are the most prevalent in our lifetimes, I believe, you know, and I believe a lot of people suffer with, you know, their own demons or, you know, demonic possessions and, you know, certain types of these behaviors, you know, are affecting our lives in major ways. So, you know, I thought I'd start with that one. We can do angels though, you know, and, you know, as Sham pointed out, demons and angels are pretty much the same thing. They just operate in different ways, obviously. But yeah, a demon is actually a fallen angel, which means that angel that's no longer part of the Most High's army. In other words, it's an angel that's at war with the Most High. That's what a demon is. For those who didn't understand and don't get it and think that a demon is something completely different to what an angel is, or may have confused themselves into thinking that a demon's something that it's not, X, Y, Z. So I got some videos I wanted to play you lot. Hold on, we just got Natty and Susan and Shug in the room. What's good, boys? We see him.
Jeez.
What you saying, man? What you saying, man? What you saying, Nate?
Hey, someone's got some mad echo.
Can't be me, just mobile.
I don't know.
It's good. It's good.
Hey, Schiffer, you're not letting this lie, are you? And you've put it in between a rock and a hard place, in a sense that which one do you expect me to pick when none of them favor my argument? It's mental
What do you
health
mean?
or demons. Like
Well, this
for me, it's not. It's not
well,
mental health or demons. So I'm
I don't
already
know.
trapped, don't it? Like I can't go nowhere.
Yeah,
You know,
but you see when you
I'm
say this, yeah.
there.
You see when you
Yeah,
say this, yeah, like this isn't really about you, innit? It's about the narrative that is the norm, if you want to call it the norm,
of
what
course,
most people
of
go by.
course.
So if we was gonna talk about the majority of people who, are
Yeah,
of faith, they're gonna tell you
yeah.
that demons, angels, XYZ, these things exist. If you talk about people who are of no faith, majority of these people, their
I,
scientific
brother,
explanation is
I
gonna be
clock what you're
mental
saying.
health.
I'm with you. I clocked
You
it
see
now.
it?
Yeah,
So
yeah. Fully. No,
yeah,
they are the two options in that sense. I get it. Fully get it.
yeah.
Yeah,
On the broader spectrum, but obviously, we've all got our own individual standpoints as well, so we can do
yeah.
individual ones, but I thought I'd
Now, I'm
just
not
give
gonna
it
lie, I
on the
didn't clock it at first, but now when you halfway explained, I was like, that's what he meant. So you've obviously got the
Mm,
two sides. You got the religious coin, and you got the non-religious. And let's face it, you
yeah.
can't be anything else, can you? Really? Or if you call yourself agnostic, but
Well,
what's
yeah.
agnostic really? So
Well,
I'd
agnostic
say
is
that's
saying you're not
religious
sure.
anyway. Yeah,
Yeah, or
exactly.
I'm
just
I'd say
saying you're
that
struggling.
not sure.
goes under religious.
I'm
Kind
Go
of.
struggling
on,
with
bro.
this demon thing, mate.
Yeah. Well, what's your take on it then? Like, is bunning a spliff? Is that invoking demons?
No.
I don't know.
Okay. All
I
right.
don't
How about
know. I don't know. That
that's
depends on what you're doing and how you're doing it. It's like a person said to me that you've got like these, what are them things called, like pentagrams. You've got certain types of stars and certain types of symbols that you can draw, just like you got the Nazi symbol then, yeah. So you got a Nazi
yeah.
symbol, but not everyone uses it for Nazism. So is it not
Yeah, it
depending on
means
the
peace in
user?
Hindu, innit?
All right, so then it's depending on the
Yeah.
user more than it's depending on the actual thing. So you could be banning spliffs and invoking demon. I don't know. I don't know. Innit?
Okay, shall we
I
shall
have
we
no
shall we
idea.
shall we if we take one, I know this is probably common knowledge and I'm not telling you lot anything new, but you do know the etymology of alcohol, right? It's an Arabic word. I'm sure you guys have come across this, that basically alcohol is it's all about a demon, spirit demon, whatever you want to call it. And it's just about yeah, so it's about putting bad spirits in your body. That's what the original word kind of like means. So if we take that, we would have to concede that this old school knowledge is telling us about a bad spirit coming inside your body. And obviously we know when we talk about spirits, I'm drinking spirit, it's like it's all there, the wording, everything. And like I said, that comes from an old Arabic word. So I don't know, is alcohol really, are you invoking spirits? I might even have to say yes, to a certain extent you are with alcohol, because you're allowing your consciousness to disappear and something else to replace it. So where your senses are gone, you're now empty. Someone else can finally come and vacate, you know, the that empty space, or take up the empty space.
That's one
So
way of looking at
I
it.
don't know.
But then, I could look at it from the complete opposite direction and say, well, when you do a type of drug, whether it be alcohol or any type of drug, your senses are now heightened. Your body's more sensitive, like that,
Yeah,
and XYZ.
yeah,
So, I could always look at the other end of the spectrum and say, well, to a certain extent, then, maybe it's not the what did you say? You said that the alcohol is the spirits or whatever you said. Yeah, I can't
yeah,
remember exactly what
yeah.
you said,
Or
but
they invoke it, whatever. Yeah,
maybe it's not the alcohol invoking the spirits. Maybe the spirit was there all along. Maybe it just needed releasing. Like
Let me
that.
ask you a
okay.
question, yeah. Let me ask you a question. You know what? Do you know what coerced me to want to drink? Do you know what persuaded me to drink? Do you know what? And obviously it's me doing it myself, but do you know what helped me along was other people drinking. Yeah.
Yeah,
Fancy labels. Yeah. All that type of stuff there. And I never see a demon in my life. But one thing I have seen is
yeah.
when people are drinking, they're not they're completely different. But once they've woken up the next day, they're back to their usual selves. So I think all this
So they
way of talk. I think it's just old ways of explaining how people used to get fucked up and start acting like a madman.
Could be. Could definitely be. Yeah, yeah. It's like explaining the behavior kind of thing. Like it must have been a demon because look at the way he behaved. He weren't himself or she weren't herself. Could well be. I mean, personally, I think alcohol, I don't like to always put it in the category with like cannabis and stuff like that because I feel once you do that, it's just a bit mad, I believe. I don't think it's the same thing. I just really don't. I don't think like bunning a spliff and drinking a liter of Jack Daniels is the same effect consciously in your body. And what I'll say that the biggest difference is how your body reacts. So your body has got receptors, like that's why you get high in it if you're bunning a spliff because your body already has them receptors to receive it. Just where that poison comes into your body, yeah, it shuts down brain function to allow your body to maintain all vital organs to the best of its ability. So being bit by a snake or drinking alcohol, it's not the same as having a spiritual awakening. So I would say with the alcohol, you could possibly be allowing demons, even though I'd have to agree I haven't seen none either. Maybe I become the demon when I drink alcohol. I don't know. But it's a bit like, yeah, I think there's a difference, even though everyone likes to throw alcohol and everything under the
So,
same.
so
But
would you
what?
say?
Hold
Would
on
you
one
say?
second.
Would you
One
say
second.
if you
One
drank
second.
one pint of
One
Stella,
second,
yeah,
one second, 1 second, because you're going off the subject. Yeah, he said something. Can you please think about what the guy has said and what you said? Both of you said it. You said, I've never seen a demon. Now, what makes you
Yeah.
believe that you would be able to see one? Where do you get this stuff from?
Oh,
I like to, that's
bro,
what I need
the
to
Bible talks
understand.
about it. Yeah,
I
bro,
can
there's
tell you that.
nothing,
Explain.
bro. If I can't feel or know something, then it does not exist.
I think I would even
Okay.
co-sign that and say, yeah, that's
hold on
an
1
okay
second.
stance to take.
1 second, 1 second, 1 second.
Yeah.
If you can't feel or know something, it does not exist. So does that mean oxygen don't exist? Does that mean gravity don't
Yeah, because I
exist?
breathe it and I feel it. If I don't breathe it, I don't. Then I'll die. That's how I know it exists.
All right. So does that mean gravity don't exist?
Well,
Yeah, we got to look at birds. We look at birds and see them fly, and then we start to understand the aerodynamic principles of flight, and then we understand something's holding us down. It's common sense.
I'm
All right,
not
but
going
that
into
doesn't
this. I'm not
necessarily
going down
mean
this lane.
that doesn't
I ain't going
necessarily
down
mean
that
it's
lane,
gravity,
mate.
though, does it? Do you feel where I'm coming from? And it's like we say things every day that don't make sense, but to us they make sense because we're used to a physical world. We're used to a world where it relies upon laws of physics. But let me
Okay,
show you something.
so
The,
if you drink a pint of Stella, yeah, does that make you get mash up?
No, but if I said to
So
you the
does that
laws
mean-
of physics,
that mean
you can't
if you
see
drink-
and feel the laws of physics. I can
Wait,
only
hold on a
tell you
minute.
that
So
they exist.
are you still in control of your body on one pint of can of Stella? Are you still in control?
I'm in control no matter how many pints I have.
Yeah, right there. I mean, yeah, right. But you have two
Nah.
Stella and a while old.
Yeah.
No,
If I drink the
I'm
Ray and
always in
Nephew.
control.
No, I mean, what I would say when he says we got to be sensible in it, when they're saying about you can't see and you can't prove, you got to remember scientists don't even fully understand gravity. They're always finding out new things about gravity. We were speaking about the fact that it can affect time, gravity. Depending on how strong the gravity is, it will affect aging as well as time. And anyway, not to like go off subject. What I will say is that when it comes to demons and kind of like seeing things, if my man is saying seeing is believing, then I would obviously say the reason I said I co-signed that statement is because some psychedelics will allow you to see things. So where does that place you then? When we know that mushrooms and stuff like that will allow you to see things, then he's obviously seeing things that he's ingesting. He can believe it.
Okay. So long story short, you're saying that if you can't see something, it doesn't exist. Yeah.
Natty
hear
said
you,
that. Remember that.
but
Natty
what I'm
said
sa-
that.
I know that I'm just referring to that statement though. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Natty, that's what you're saying. Now, at the end of the day, you're saying to me that you can feel oxygen when you breathe it in, but technically, no, you're not feeling any oxygen. Yeah, you're not feeling anything. When you're breathing, what are you feeling? You're feeling your chest move, like that.
Jump in
But
the
you can't see
ocean and
oxygen.
you'll know about oxygen. Jump
Well,
in the
not
water and you'll
necessarily.
understand that what you're not getting.
Not necessarily, because water's not just oxygen. Do you understand? And that water, that oxygen in that water will kill you. Yeah, if you go under the water and you try and stay underneath there, you're dead. So I kind of hear where the brother's coming from. I hear where you're coming from as well. But I think there's points here where it's like, we're saying things that don't make sense and we're making sense of them because of our physical mentality, our physical way of thinking, looking at the world. Yeah, you can't see everything. Everything's not discernible. You can't see infrared light. That don't mean it don't exist. Do you feel where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
even if I got you some type of camera that can see things in infrared, I can't guarantee you that infrared is what you're saying, is what you're seeing. It's just what they've told us. You know, like that. So we
And
have to go by what
ultraviolet and all these other lights. There's many of them.
All right.
So I mean,
Like that.
but
Just like you got
you know,
certain sounds that you can't hear, but certain animals can hear them. But just because you can't hear it, don't mean it don't exist. Do you feel where I'm coming from?
Yeah, of course. So you're basically saying that so my whole argument was that, let's say someone takes mushrooms and they can see things. I would say that person has got proof of what they saw and it wasn't demons. But you're now saying there might have been demons there that they couldn't see. But then what are the standards? Because if we're not going by what we can see or what we can touch or what we can feel, then where is the proof to say that there was ever a demon there?
The proof to say that there was ever a demon there is because people got possessed. What more proof would we need? And then obviously, a person who's been possessed, you can't see the demon possessing them, can you? You can just see the person. We've all seen The Exorcist, like that. These films don't exist for no reason. We know that when a lot of these films are made, a lot of these horror films was made, people died miraculously, like disasters happen, disaster strikes when they make these type of films. So we know there's some type of energy connected to these things, but just because we can't see it, just like I said, with the dog whistle, when a person uses a dog whistle, you can't hear it, but the dog hears it. So we know that sound exists. Do you feel where I'm coming from? But we as people, we're too quick to say, well, if I can't see it and I can't understand it, then it don't exist. That's my point.
So that was the comment that he made that you didn't like then. Okay, say no more. Because
not that I didn't like it, was just more a point of me saying to myself, okay, do you know what? Maybe this is a point I could wake you up on and make you realize that you can't hear everything, you can't see everything. There's things going on around you every day that you can't see and hear.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I do kind of agree with you. The only reason I said that I'm cool with that statement is because I was going on to say that, okay, mushrooms will allow you to have visuals and psychedelics will allow you to have visuals. So I thought it would strengthen my argument even for someone who only believes in what they can see, as in a lot of non-religious people would say, okay, I need to see it. So I would be able to appeal to religious people and non-religious people by the fact that, what I'm offering, you will be able to see things. It's going to feel more real for you. Yeah.
Now, obviously, you got something called an imagination, which they say kids have a more vivid imagination. So, it may be possible to see things that ain't there because you're imagining them. There is that possibility too. So we do have to take everything into perspective. And that's why I said, mental health, because for a child, their mental health isn't the same as an adult. They don't understand the world the same. So they might actually be able to hallucinate things into reality that aren't necessarily there. They might actually hear voices or see things that aren't there. So
but don't you believe all children are blessed by God and all kids go to heaven? It says that in the Bible, right?
I don't know if it says that in the Bible, but I believe to an extent that innocence is it's a given when you're a child.
Okay, yeah, innocence is a given. So why would they be invoking demons? Why would children be invoking demons? Why would it not be something beautiful? And why do you think that most of the so-called dark things and things that we can't see, why do you think that is evil? And how could God allow most of the spiritual world to be evil? What would be the point? That
See,
would mean we're in heaven right now. If
see,
the other side is evil.
I can't really answer that question because I never said that kids were seeing demons. I said that, you know, a child, you know, who has an imagination, children play with toys, could imagine something that's not there. I don't know about them invoking demons. I don't know about that. I can't really answer that
You said
question.
and bring it into real life and bring it into real life. You said and
Well,
bring
yeah,
it into real life.
if you're a child playing with a toy, yeah, and you believe that that toy can talk, you believe that toy is doing things, that you believe it's on the side of a mountain. I believe this toy is on the side of a
Yeah.
mountain, and I can see the mountain, but the mountain's not there. In real life, I'm bringing these things into real life now because I'm telling people there's a mountain over here. You know, there's an imaginary base
Yeah.
underneath the table. Do you understand? But in my child mind, I might actually
Okay.
be able to see this base. I don't know what they're seeing. You know, like that. I just know in the real
Okay.
world, they're actually, you know, manifesting their idea and telling people about it.
Okay. But the thing is, it's like I'm kind of now looking at the whole situation and thinking to yourself, okay, mental health or demons. And I'm saying, what if there was a third option, and that third option would obviously be more scientific, yet still spiritual, in a sense that, okay, look, mental health, I would say, is not understanding the problem. Like labeling you know, a psychedelic experience as mental health, I would say is definitely willful ignorance.
Why do you say
Because
hold
how,
on? Why do you say that? Go on.
yeah, because if you're labeling something that you can't measure, you can't show us it, or you can't, you know, put it on a floppy disk or a USB stick and say, look, this is that and this is that, and we can draw these conclusions because it's something that's not part of this world. But it's definitely something that a collective could see and could share, as in, you know, there's a lot of shamanistic experiences that people do in Amazon and stuff like that, where they do it as a big group, and a big group of people will all tell you the same thing, so there's no doubt that it happened. But how is science that don't really accept it ever going to be able to have a clear view on it? They're always going to think it's mental health, and
Of
that's going
course
to
they're
be the
gonna think it's
wrong
that though. No, it's
kind of
right.
angle
It's
to come
actually
from.
right. No, it's actually, I'll be honest with you. There's no way it can be wrong. I'm going to tell you why. Yeah. If you teach a person maths, but they just can't do maths, they've never, like, you've taught them maths from a young age. You've given them every formula that everyone else has been given. They've had every type of training. They've been to primary school, secondary school, just like every other person who knows maths, but they just can't do it. Would you say that that's got something to do
Yeah.
with their mental health?
If they can't do maths,
If you just can't do maths,
they can't,
is that something to do with your mental
yeah.
health?
No, because if you're going to use mental health in the sense that it's a negative thing, and
I
because
never said
people are
negative.
different, I would obviously say, okay, but I would
I never
obviously
said
say that's the
negative.
same thing. Okay, I'll say it's the same thing. Like when we talk about maths and stuff like that, it's the same thing as saying to an elephant, how good are you at climbing trees? And then when the elephant
Okay.
says, you know what, I can't climb trees, you say the elephant's a dickhead. And I don't believe that kind of
No,
reasoning.
that's not right.
Like,
That's not right. Because remember, an elephant doesn't have hands, first and foremost. An elephant is super heavyweight, second and foremost. And you know, the tree might not even be able to hold the elephant's weight. You know, there's loads of reasons why an elephant wouldn't be able to climb a tree logistically, by the actual, you know, characteristics of what the thing is. Now, what I'm saying to you is, if
yeah,
your brain cannot discern a certain type of information, is that mental? And yes, it is. The same way, if somebody couldn't grasp the idea of words and using words, they just couldn't use words, they just couldn't speak. There's something going on mentally, because you need your mental health to be able to discern things, regardless of what it is. It doesn't matter. It could be the biggest thing, the smallest thing. Do you know, like that? Even a baby, when a baby cries, yeah, that's to do with its mental health, because, you know, to some extent, it's evaluated its environment and it said, you know what, I'm hungry, my belly's hurt, you know, whatever the reason is that I'm feeling left out or whatever it is, I'm just going to make noise. Because their mentality hasn't taught them to say, do you know what, maybe I need to tell someone, I need to say a word yet. They're not equipped for that yet. and we're going to grow mentally,
Yeah.
you know, as you know, any type of creature, whether it be human being, whether it be animal, we're all growing mentally all the time, which is why we're able to have conversations, why we're able to discern things, why we're able to, you know, work out formulas X, Y, Z. So to an extent, it can't not, even if it is even demonic possession, even if demons are real and a person got possessed, to a certain extent, that's got something to do with their mental health too, because now they're saying and doing things that they wouldn't usually do. So it has to be have implications for their
I'm
mental,
with
innit?
you. I'm with you. I just want to know what is when you say mental health, do you sort of look at people with mental health in for the sake of this conversation? Do you look at people with mental health in a negative way? Because then I
No,
can't. Then I wouldn't be able to exactly.
Every human being, every creature that is alive, full stop, has mental health.
Yeah.
There is no living
Okay.
creature
Every
without
creature has
a
mental.
state of mental health. If you've got good mental health,
Yes.
or whether you got bad mental health,
Yeah.
I haven't gone down that road. You know, like that. I haven't gone down the road of saying,
Okay.
well, this person's mental health is not very good, or this person's mental health is extremely good. We're just talking about mental
Okay.
health as it stands, as an actual thing. And you know, if something
Okay.
is affecting, you know, your mentality, or the, you know, the things that's coming out of
Yeah.
your mouth, or the way you're dealing with people, or
Yes.
dealing or interacting with the world, then it's to do with your mental health.
Yeah.
Full stop. It has to
Okay.
be.
Okay. No, I understand. Maybe Seven can jump on. He could give us his take on what he thinks, like psychedelic experiences. Are you invoking demons, or is it just perpetuating mental health? I don't know, innit? Like I think my stance. I've been quite clear on what I believe. I don't believe demons can come anywhere near it. I believe that anything evil, you can maybe get attacked and you can be the victim of being attacked by evil entities, but I would say it's mainly just you confronting yourself. So, you know, what is your view on certain things? What are the skeletons that you got in your closet? And now you've taken this psychedelic, or you've had this psychedelic experience, and all of a sudden you're being confronted with everything. You're being confronted by you ain't seeing your kids. You're being confronted by all the shit that you've done. You know, like you might have had some bullshit from the past and you done people wrong, and all of that shit's confronting you, and you're saying is a demon. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, big up, bro.
Bless
What you saying?
his family, bless him. Yo,
Yeah,
demons are very real, bro. Demons are very real.
yeah,
Like if you, I'm an energy kind of spiritual kind of person, right? And I was listening
yeah,
to what y'all was saying, and I agree to everything y'all was saying. But I want you to think about something. Remember back in the days, like we used to hear things about voodoo magic, witchcraft,
yeah,
warlocks.
yeah.
You don't really hear too much about them, but our ancestors was dealing with that.
Yes.
Now, is that good and bad magic?
Yeah,
Is that demons? And you know what I'm saying? So it must be real. For
yeah,
some reason, the American and UK, they're not really talking about them. They're not really putting that image out there no more. So when you weigh up the options, when you look at the world and how it was then till now, when you still see a lot of demonic thing, and you have these organizations that are doing blood sacrifices, people are going in the music game, acting, but they have to do some wild shit to be in there, you know? So the energy's still there. Demons are very real.
it's still there.
We just don't see them.
It's still there. Okay,
As for
so
the alpha,
cool. Like you say, yeah, I was gonna say
yeah,
if you
carry.
say they're real, I could even go with that. So why would if I'm sort of like why would your average person who's, you know, they're living with their family, they're putting food on the table, they love their woman, they love
Mm,
their kids, they are in good stead with their neighbors and people around them. Why would they
mm.
be invoking demons? When they are obviously
Well,
consuming certain substances to allow them to sort of like leave this conscious mind state.
would you think that? Do you think it? I think it. I think demons can't come to us all. Very selective. There were alpha
Okay.
males alpha males, and you know what I mean. Let's talk about the real alpha males. You understand? Not the ones that agree to the woman, the ones that stand firm, make positive decisions, and the whole family has to ride through with it.
Yeah.
You understand? Them kind of alphas.
Yeah.
Demons don't really mess with them. The weaker ones to go
Yeah.
for, you know. So why would the demons be involved in a happy household? Is the happy household so happy though? What did that man do to get? I mean, did the demons help with the success of his household? Is he suffering in his own darkness for the choices he's made while the family's acting like they're in a good position? We don't really know what's going on in the guy's life or the choices he's made or what he's, you know, it's deep. It's very deep.
Yeah.
It goes into that spiritual lane. You know, it's very deep. So it's like, I'm just a man that can, anything's possible. You know, people say there's no such thing as aliens. I'll be like, all right, prove it. There's about 1 million planets out there. Prove that there's no aliens when war on a planet. We're just on the planet, right? Now, if you go and prove that there's no other life on another planet, you know? So it's like that. Anything's kind of possible.
Yeah. You see in that sense then, what do you believe that we are the aliens on this planet?
Oh, yes, definitely. No, hey, bro, see, you have to watch what kind of questions you ask me, bro. Now, aliens on this planet, right. Let me tell you something, bro. The black man is the black man is the original man to this planet. The original, you get me? And this might sound nasty. I'm not racist or anything like that. So people, if listening, just listen to me. Right.
I think that's
now
scientific fact what you're saying still, by the way. So
yeah. Now I want to take the wolf, you know, like the wolf as a dog, right? The first dog on the planet was a wolf. You do know that, right? And you know, dogs came from a wolf, right? So I want you to think about that when it comes to human beings. The first man on the planet was black. And everything else come from that. So you can look at it as see, listen, white people, if you're listening, please don't, but I'm just telling you what it is. Why anything that come off us and they're not the same strain, they're lesser than, they could be looked as a kind of a disease or a what's the words I'm looking for? You know, basically, and it's just things that have gone wrong. You know, at that point, if it's lesser than, if it's not in the same strain, so the skin color changes, you know, it gets lighter, you know, it's more of a offset. It's no longer the black color, it's gone off. Do you understand? So they're lesser than. Now listen, I'm not gonna sit here act like are you trying to say black people are more blah blah inferior or whatever the word is? Nah, listen, I'm just telling you what it is, and y'all know it, but people deny the truth. They deny the truth. It's like all these Bibles and religions, they're talking about black people. They're talking about black people in the book, and that's a fact. You can't get past that. But when you mention it in these groups, everyone wants to get angry. I'm like, okay, so you're directly being racist to black people, but your book is like basically the gods and all these and blah 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 in these books and that. You're not making sense. You're not making sense. This world don't make sense anymore. I don't know what happened. I think I dropped off the list. I mean, I dropped off the thing.
No.
But,
I dropped off. You didn't drop off. I dropped off. I think you were cool.
Yeah, I'm just bro. This is a very big subject, and you know, like, and it's very, very, very deep, you know, and it's far from racial, and I'm not very good verbally at talking. You know what I'm trying to say? But so when I talk, it might come across harsh and whatever, blah, blah, blah. But it just is what it is, you know? And that is why when you look at the scale line now, right, you'll have like whites at the top, then you'll have these races and what, black. And then at the bottom, you got blacks. You got everybody with their foots on the blacks' necks. You understand? But in reality, without all the smoky smoke, The blacks are on the top. You see the thing. It's upside down. It's upside down. They just reverse that motherfucker and put whites at the top as in the food chain to keep their foot on our necks. But when you're talking about coding to this planet, you understand? When you're talking about this planet, you get me? It's upside down. Blacks are at the top. And when you look at everything like media, music, and all this stuff, sports, and all this stuff, you see we outmatch the rest. You see the truth, you see it, but they don't want to popularize it or put it in your face. You know what I hate about UK TV? When I watch the adverts, you see like one black person in the advert and they're mocking him, or one black person around a whole white or whatever race, and they're mocking him. Everything's a mock. But that's also to do with energy and shit. Sorry to go off course, bro. Sorry.
No, you're good, man. You're good.
Sorry to go off. But it's a very deep subject, and I could talk like for about 16 hours on this, blood. Get me? From life experiences to, you know, it's a deep subject, bro. It's really deep, man. But yeah, but let me just say this: demons are very real. Never seen one. I don't want to see one. I'd like to think one can't fuck with me because, you know, I'm just like, yeah, I'm all about that higher energy. You understand? But I see demons on YouTube in real life. You know, you see energy in others, what mad, off key, that shouldn't be there. What the hell? You know, that's when you know the demons fucking with you. And you know, when you try and talk to that person, try and make them see sense and realize, and they're just off key still with it. That's a demon right there. You understand? That's a demon right there. It's like RE. She's a demon, dog. You get me right now, but I'm about to go live after some food, and I'm gonna go and deal with RE and this London Rostella person that was putting my son's videos and that on YouTube and child porn sites and shit like that, bro. So I'm about to go and, you know, leave this good energy on your panel and about to go and handle the demons. That's all I've been doing in this sector, bro. There's nothing but demons, fam. You know? So yeah, man. Like, boom. Get me? But as long as I see more demons overseas than I do in my seas, it's cool. You get me? It just shows you how cleaner when it comes to the UK is. That's of God. Get me? There aren't many demons in the UK like it is over there. You see, let's talk about the industry demons. Hold on, let me turn off my food. 1 second. 1 second.
Now, what Seven's saying is making sense though, because I believe a lot of people are possessed. I believe a lot of people are dealing with demons and fighting with demons, and that's why they can't see things straight. That's why they can only see it from their own perspective. That's why they can't exercise fairness in its true form. You know, people talk about making their own fairness and all types of things. So I believe there's a lot of demons in this world. Personally, I believe that some of the people even closest to us are possessed by demons. They got that demon riding their back every day. They can't get away from them. So they find ways of attacking other people covertly. Or what they'll do is they'll find ways of making someone else the problem so that they don't seem like the problem. So trying to be undercover with their demonic behavior. You see it? But we know that they're possessed by demons. We know that they don't pay their bills on time. We know that they make up things. We know that they lie. We know that they cheat. We know that they steal. We know that they're pedophiles, robbers, murderers, X, Y, Z. We know what you're about. Crackheads, whatever. Do you understand? Like heroin addicts, all these type of people, robbers, running in people's house, burgling people's house. Now they know what they're doing is fucked up, but they're going to continue to do it, and they're going to make out that everyone else is the problem.
And that's what I'm dealing with, bro, on YouTube. And they involve other people to fight their fights and stuff. So they're getting people, and even people that you consider friends, to twist their brains. And now you got these so-called 1 or 2 friends coming at you. It's like, wow, really? It is mad, man. It is mad. But listen, that's why I promote. There's only a few of us left, you know, and they're coming for us all, bro. They're trying to make us turn. Trust me, bro. They're coming for us all. You have to stand on your 10 toes, keep fighting the good fight. Even if you got 1 or 2 people watching us, just keep fighting the good fight. Because the demons, they're everywhere. They've got all the rights and all this madness in the world now. And now the real people we got no rights, really. Get me? Real straight up forward guy, real straight up forward woman. We got no rights no more. All these groups have. This is the demon groups, bro. That's demon energy. And look how they're attacking a black man. Your black man. Look at these black men that are doing comedian stuff. What's that comedian's name? And they attacked him. The one that taking down off the thing. That's just one example. And you got music artists that blah blah blah. Next thing you know, they're getting, you know, they're losing their careers. Just look, but it's these groups, bro. It's these groups, bro. Get me? And we don't get a say no more, but we see our numbers dropping. We see our numbers are dropping. Stay fighting, everybody. Yo. Stay fighting.
Yeah, come on, man. And the wickedest thing is, yeah, you'll get certain friends, yeah, where it's like they'll act like they're doing you a favor when you're doing them a favor.
Right.
And to me, that's demonic possession. To me, that's one of the worst demons. That's like Beelzebub is riding your back and telling you that you've done me a favor when I'm doing you one. Really?
Right. Right.
You know, like that. Like I've taken my hard-earned money out of my pocket. I might have lent you some money or given you something. Now you owe me. But when I come back for my things and I come back for what's owed, you want to act like I'm violating you.
Right.
That's got to be a demon. That's
Right.
to me. That's some Beelzebub shit going on there. Or even worse. You know what? I've gone out of my way for people. I've driven them around the world, or, you know, helped them in a situation, or, you know, a family member may have been stuck somewhere, and, you know, whatever the situation was, someone was going to get beat up. I jumped in. Do you understand?
Right.
I saved you. I stopped you from getting killed. Someone was going to shoot you. I stood in front of the bullet. They didn't want to shoot me. But when it comes to it, you're acting like I owe you something.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You're acting like you done me the favor. To me, that's like, and this is how I know, me personally, through these type of situations, you know, I've realized that demons are actually real things, bro. They do exist.
Yeah, bro.
They don't.
They're here. They're here, bro. They're here. They're here. They're here. They're here. And they're just massed up in all these different groups and stuff. And they're just, you know, even our own, bro, like I'm saying, they're attacking the strength of a man. You know what I'm trying to say? And like, you know, depending on what you want, then you're going to change yourself. So people are basically spiritually signing contracts. Do you understand? Do you understand? They're basically signing themselves away by and well, not everybody, just some, you know, some that want to act like they're a certain guy, but really their information's out there. We know what they're about, but they still want to act like they're a, you know, like a road man, a bad man. You know, the ones that are still won't in the closet. You know, yeah, but you know what I'm saying though? Like, you see, it's like
brand shots. Yeah, I hear you.
I hear you still. No, but it's kind of true what the brother's saying though, because like, even if it is throwing shots, sometimes you got to throw shots to know the truth, to get to expose the truth. So imagine this, like, I've helped a man out doing something, and the man's got his business. I'm helping him running his business. I go in his shop every day and I buy stuff from his shop every day and I support his business. But you see, when my business open up, I don't see him turn up once.
Mm-hmm.
That shows me the demonic energy.
I can't even argue with that.
That shows me the demonic energy in you, bro.
Can I just say something? This, I just wanted to be on record. This is to show you how quickly, like, my mind can be changed. In that one sentence, my mind was changed. Does that make sense? It's a bit like, when you put it like that, yeah, it's a bit like, okay, then. Now, how do I kind of address this one there? Because it's facts. There's no shaking room. There's no getting out of this situation. That's what it is, isn't it? And, you know, I guess it's only the person can answer that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Only the person himself can answer.
Bro, we've all been there where you had a friend and every year they have birthday party and you're there at every one of your friends' birthday party. Now, some of us didn't grow up with parents that could afford birthday party every year. But you see, the one year we had a birthday party, the friend whose party we go to every year can't turn up. I ain't coming back to your party again, bro. I ain't arriving next year because, you know, you want all the love for you, but you forget that you have to give love to get it. You forget that, you know, we're equals. You think you're above me then, innit? you put yourself on a different plateau to what
Yeah.
I'm on, because I don't
Yeah,
deserve
yeah,
your company at my party, but you deserve mine at yours. Get the fuck out of here, bro. No.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's not working, bro. That's
yeah,
not working.
Okay, for
yeah,
me,
yeah,
all right, for
yeah.
me, the way, like, just to obviously like put some substance to me, the way I would find demonic energy in that kind of behavior is that whether you want to accept it or admit it, you're carrying fucked up energy. Like the
Mhm,
fact that you're sort of moving like that, that's telling me that the problem don't lie with me, the problem lies with you. And
mhm,
whatever you're carrying around or whatever you're harboring, you need to deal with. And if we call that
mhm,
demonic energy, then so be it.
mhm.
But in
Yeah,
in
yeah,
that scenario, I would definitely say that, yeah, that is something that um I find to be a sticky one.
yeah.
And it's kind of, you could call it selfish. Selfish would be a very, very kind word to sum it up. But I think selfish and then some, if that kind of makes sense. It's like it makes no sense to move like that. And
Some,
and
some.
also a lot of the time, go on, you could jump in.
Oh, I was gonna say, well, some people
Yeah,
are mentally challenged, right? Some people have got mental issues going on.
yeah,
So, what do you think about the people, right, that that freely sign up for these things? Let me give you an
yeah,
example. Some people, like, let's say the music game, and it's happening in the UK, but I'll talk about that in a minute. But in the music game, when you
yeah.
look overseas and you hear about the groups that some of them are signing over to, you even see them crying, "Help me, everybody! Help me! The Illuminati got me, everybody!" You hear some of these Americans, get me, like, over time. What was that black actor called, that black man with the bald head, Tyrese or some shit? What was that guy? He was crying. No, no, no. That was about his baby. Um, so
Yeah, he was
anyway, you
great.
hear
He
the
was great.
American actors, they fall into that lane, and then some demonic stuff happens. So what do you think of those that willingly like sign up to these things, yeah, and then want to act like their life's in danger and then come back running crying? But they don't, bear in mind, they
I think,
don't come back running crying until like 10 years later. So they must have had a good time, right?
yeah, I think it's the deal that they cut in it. They're not happy with the
Could be
deal
a
that
red
they cut. It
herring, man.
sounded good,
It sounds like a red herring to me.
like it sounded good in the beginning, and now it's like whether deals you made or whether spiritual arrangements or where you've placed yourself or whether you've done to get your come up, whether
Yeah.
evil you done or shady shit. I think that comes back to kind of
Do you
like
think?
haunt
Do you
you
think
to a
karma?
certain
Do you
extent.
think karma paid them a visit because of their
I think
actions?
so.
Yeah,
I think
maybe,
so.
maybe,
I do think so. Um,
maybe.
like there's so many different words for like karma and
Right.
whatnot, and sometimes it's hard to accept, but sometimes you got to accept that karma might not even come in this world. Some people would just have success and they'll just be evil and still have success. That's unfortunate, but that's obviously just the way the game goes. But I think, yes, some people do pretend like they are the most holy and righteous and they are complete scumbags. And this is something that we see a lot. In fact, whenever someone tries to put themselves on a pedestal, I'm more inclined to think you're a scumbag, because good people usually don't do that. They usually just, it's clear that they're a good person and they don't need to tell everyone that they're a good person, sort of thing. But it's a trend that all of these weirdos, they love to continuously speak about how great they are. There's no defects in their game, but when we look closely, most of the people around them will either disappear or it's not gonna, it don't turn out well. it's,
Yeah.
it's just short-term relationships that they kind of have. And some of them I would say are usually surrounded by people that are so weak and so feeble that they're just happy to be in this man's presence or
Right.
these people's
Right.
presence.
Right.
You
Right.
understand? And they don't have any life goals themselves, so they'll collect all of these losers that are there to be worker bees, and that's who you surrounded with. But when another like general or another comes along, it's a bit like, this is a problem. There's no space.
Do you think demons attract demons?
Set up. You can only be a fucking geek massaging his feet if you want to be there. If you're cool with that, and him maybe even like doing some sexual shit to you, then cool. We can be best friends. But apart from that, it's not gonna work. So it's a lion thing kind of thing. Can only be one. That's That's the mentality of some of these people. I shouldn't even attribute lying to their personality, but you know what I mean, innit? It's like that's how their setup has to be. So
Yeah, but
I don't know, innit?
do you think like on YouTube anyway, demons follow demons?
Yeah.
And demons are attracted
Yeah, I
to
do.
demons. Demons
I'm
find
so
demons.
glad you
I
said
do.
that, because I was gonna say the same thing. It's like the narrative of what a demon is and how demons operate. Demons don't necessarily like each other, but they always got each other's backs.
Right.
And they always congregate together. They never come outside of the narrative. They always stick to the narrative.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Now, angels
That's
ain't
right.
no different, you know, because remember, angels and demons are the same thing. So angels are sticking to their narrative too. But remember, one is a treacherous narrative. One is, you know, a godly narrative then. If you want to put it in that perspective, or one's evil.
Let me tell you the difference in the power between angels and demons. Demons like to lie roast and make up a lot of lies, and they bring up on, well, you know, they haven't got really much to go on when they're battling, right? When it comes to angels, though, angels can go in any direction, but they always come with the facts. You see me when I'm battling these, I talk on facts. I add some comedy in there with it, you know, some white seasoning, salt and pepper, you know what I'm saying? And you get me. I put it on the table. I give it them hard, fluid. I can go all in, but it's when you stand on facts and you got the proof to back it, and there's no disputing that they've lost. It's like you getting beaten. It's like you beating your kid with the belt. That old school parents, you know what I'm trying to say? Like when we used to get beat with the belt.
How did your little beef thing work out? Where is it at now?
With who?
Especially with like the Jeds and the whole Trill squad. Like, how did all that? Where's it at now? The whole.
Well, the Jedi thing's kind of gone quiet, you know, because what it was, right? While I was busy with my son and that, they was running up their gums talking about want to fight me and stuff like that. Got some time free. I started to call him out. Let's get it. You get me? And then it went quiet.
What, that was actually said that he wants to fight you? He actually said that.
Well, I guess so. I never heard it myself, but RE kept running around. Jedi wants to fight, mock you, Jedi, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, Seven scared of him. Like, what the hell is this? You know what I'm saying? So, RE was the main player, okay? Like, I never heard shit if you went for RE kind of thing, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it just went quiet, really.
I kind of heard, there was a rumor, I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard RE kind of works for you.
What? How does that make sense? Like, nah.
Because come on, look, we're intelligent people. I heard that that's still your little send out, and obviously she's creating things for you, kind of thing. I don't know if it's true or not, and that's what he picked. Like, she's obviously like just a bit of like a YouTube hype or something like that. That she's basically still working for you, and Jed's is the one.
She wasn't working for me in the first. Bro, okay, let me tell you how the story. Real nice and calm, cool and collective. Like, we're gonna go back. Back in the day, I was in the fight with Tommy Sotomayor. That took years. It took years. Along the way, right, she was part of the demonic force. She was part of all the dumbed down shit. You know what I'm trying to say? She must have took a liking to me. She seen me on the good side, taking a liking to me. You know what I'm trying to say? So she took her little trap ass over from the demon side to me and trying to show me a liking. Anyway, I had the best wrench team in the country. You know what I'm trying to say? They was not letting her onto my you know, into my chat. They were blocking her. They were going in. I had the best wrench team, bro. So I never really knew. Get me? I'd hear feedback from Chung Lee, and then they were saying, Eve is talking crap about you, but don't worry, we're not letting her in, and blah, blah, blah. I think she likes you. I ignored it. Anyway, the fight ends eventually. Now I'm kicking back. My boy Black Dust hollers me and says, yo, he said, yo, when you got time, just come and watch your show and come and say hello. I was like, you know what? I ain't doing nothing. Let me just one time go over. So I just went over there. Like he told me when she was live, I went over there. I was like, hi, everybody. Get me? I heard that she was putting up my pictures anyway. You get me? Then she asked me permission if she could put up my pictures. I thought it was just friendly. I was like, yeah, man, of course you can show them. I thought it was to yourself. You know what I'm trying to say? So she was like
Yeah.
introducing to me her to her fans, showing my pics and stuff. And then, bro, like, cause she, like I'm saying, that was the demonic side. Now I don't like what I'm seeing
Yeah.
over there. I don't like what I'm hearing talks about. I don't like it. So certain enemies from the Tommy days was coming over to her platform. So I'm battling with them. Get me? Now, me and her get
Yeah.
into it because I said that RE couldn't pimp me or some shit like that. I can't remember what it was. Yeah. So she took that the wrong way, started going live, just attacking me. She's attacking me.
Uh-huh.
And but I need to say this. Before she went live attacking me, she hit me up on IG first. And she was like, yo, how come you made a video saying, oh yeah, I said I'd pimp her or some shit like that. And I said, look, that's just the title. That's just the blah blah. The video has nothing to do with pimping or nothing. It was a joke. We're friends, in it. That's a joke. And she was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, I'm gonna go live and talk about it anyway. She went live and just started going in on me for days, weeks. I'm like, yo, RE, what's up? Why you attacking me for? Get me? So I held my tongue for like 2 extra weeks after that, not attacking her, trying to figure out what the hell's going on. You know what I'm trying to say? Then eventually I started attacking her.
Yeah.
A year later, at this point, just over a year, we're still here today. She's still following me, still trying to talk shit to me, won't leave me alone, making out like it's me following her. You understand? Like she put my son pictures up on her shit. Get me? Her and that London girl grooming sites, stuff like that. Like she's trying to get me set up with Faz and all these like to fight these guys. Like these guys are supposed to be coming down to fight me and shit. Then it went on to Jedi. You know what I'm trying to say? She runs around from different YouTubers talking shit to them to get into the fight to come and attack me. This is what I put up for a whole year, bro. This is what I put up with. And you know what she does? She makes the videos and then takes them down and makes out like, look at all the videos he's made. He's attacking, he's bullying. Look, making out like I'm making all these videos and she ain't doing none. She's got demons galore going through with her. Crisco soul, blood. Like she is the Crisco demon. Yeah, bro. Facts. Oh God. And Jedi was like, I'll stick up for you, Ari, no matter what. I said, Jedi, listen, she's lying, bro. Get me? She's the one coming after me, blah, blah, blah. I went there and talked to him like a real man. A real man. And this guy said, fuck that, Ari, I got your back. All right, cool. Let's go. Let's get it.
That's because she promotes him, innit? She shares his shit and all of that.
Yeah. So, she don't share my shit. She knows not to. She's not even allowed to stream my shit. She's always watching my show. She talks shit like she's unsubbed and shit, but she's always watching my show. Like yesterday, like she put up some video. I heard that they've been putting up some videos from old school videos and shit like that. Like, listen, I've got sickle cell, but I got a slight touch. I'm lucky. God bless me. I've got like a slight touch of sickle cell, and what that means is sometimes I have pains, and then pains can get dangerously. Like it will make me go in the hospital. So let me tell you my story.
Oh shit!
I've been in and out of hospital all my life, up to the point of Corona. Listen, I'm gonna say this again because I'm gonna preach. In and out of hospital all my life, at least once or two times a month, all the way up till the Corona started. Now I got down. I said, yo. Like when I found out the hospitals were just rightly going out killing people and shit like that, I was like, yo, God, hey, is this my time? Because you know I'm about to go to hospital. You know that soon I'm going to get sick and go to hospital. Is this my time? God must have given me the touch. He must have said, no, you ain't going nowhere. You got work to do, my nigga. He must have put his hand, he must have given me some touch for the whole 2 to 3 years, however long the Corona episode happened. I did not get sick. Not once. Not once, on God. You understand? So, like, man, like, get me. So they're out there, they're trying to slate me down like I'm some kind of a less of a man or whatever. Like I got these things, so man can't fight and all this. Like, listen, I've been repping from day one up to blah blah blah.
Oh, is that what they're saying?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man, but they're not showing up.
That's an immense slander. That is a big slander they're trying to put out.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. And then my kids saying my kids got autism and stuff like that, and running around talking shit, putting up his pictures and stuff like that. This is what they're doing, fam.
That is mad.
That's why I
That
say
is
don't get
crazy.
involved in that. That's why I was saying don't get involved with her, bro.
Yeah.
Like real talk, and
You
it's
know,
worse
like
than that.
there's been times like it's embarrassing to say, but there's been times like I've bugged that so badly that if I could have reached that person, if I would have known that person's location,
Yeah,
like there would have been a madness. And it's like
right,
you got to
right,
think to yourself when it starts to get to that kind of thing, it's too much, man. And for them
right,
to be
bro.
putting out all of them things about you,
You,
that's a step too far.
Going to
That
the
is a step way too far. To be honest with you, that is a line that I have never even crossed. And I'm
Mhm.
surprised people are brave enough to cross that line because anyone who crosses that line should know that you are open to get yourself head top now if somehow our paths did did
You're
meet.
right, bro.
So I'm
Right,
surprised that they went that hard. I didn't
right.
know that, to be honest with you.
But it's because right because I didn't even know what it was, right, but I heard it's because I curbed RE. I was like, what do you mean curbed her? What's that mean? So, oh, you must have rejected her when she started attacking me. What do you mean?
Yeah,
Like this makes sense. So in her mental head, she
yeah,
must have just decided that's what it is. Because like I said on IG, we had that conversation, and she was like, "Oh, all right then," because it had nothing to do with pimping. You know what I'm saying? It was just like
mm,
a
mm,
shock value title. You get me? So then
yeah,
she just went on all that attack from then till now, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like facts. You get me? So in her head,
yeah,
in her mental state, in her head, she's come up with some kind of I don't know what to go at me
yeah,
and wouldn't stop and hasn't stopped. And then bro, mental illness is real. Okay, stay away from
yeah,
mental and don't let them know nothing. Even though they're trying dox you, even though they will go to your Facebook, if they find out you got a Facebook, they're gonna find out they're gonna go through all these stuff, start getting shit of you, you know. But at the end of the day, bro, you're gonna meet some real dumbass demons on these YouTube streets, and all you do to get rid of them
yeah,
is you stick to the facts and go hard. And at certain times, fight fire
yeah,
with fire, because demons won't stop. You know, they're out to impress, they're out to look good, and they're out to try and make you look dumb. You understand? You understand? And
yeah,
I look at it as all part of the chain to make real man's, you know, weak. I think it's all part of the chain. There's too much of this bad energy around to make real people fail. You know, real women, real men. You
yeah,
understand? And everyone's joining different groups and parties. Nah, I'm staying in the human. I'm staying here, staying in this lane.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
Sorry, but what?
I hear what you're saying. Like I didn't know it was that deep, and they took it that far. Like obviously, if I knew that, then I would say that's way too far, man. Why would you need to diss someone's kids? It's a bit like
Right.
what would
Yeah,
possess
but
you to
that's what
kind of like
demons do, bro. When
to
you
do
say
that?
what would possess you, think
Yeah,
of possess.
Right.
That's what
Right.
demons
yeah,
do, cuz. I remember demons and
yeah.
angels have been at war for millennia, cuz. We,
Of course.
Facts.
Yeah,
Facts. Facts.
so
Facts.
sometimes
Got
it's
it
got
up
to go
straight
down like
time.
that, cuz. You can't let everything
Mm.
go, man. Sometimes it's just got to go down, cuz. Sometimes we just got to buck heads. What?
you know
That's right,
what?
though.
To be
Right.
honest with you, I hear you. But then when you get some people who take it like real, and you get some people who don't realize it's real, and then when realness comes to the person who's he's all sitting under the cover sipping tea, and realness is at their door now. It's a bit they're not even computing what's going on.
Yeah,
Do you
but
get what I'm saying?
some
Because
people don't
it's all
care though, bro.
gone too far now.
Yeah, but you know what it is though. Like you said, the battle still continues, and some of these are deep. Remember, we were on this plane to we're part of the fight too. If we can recognize
Yeah,
demons and they can recognize gods and angels, so we're a part of the fight too. So you know, we gotta play our part. I'm not saying we have to go up and meet him and fight him, but even verbally, you know, we
yeah.
gotta play our part, bro. You get
Yeah,
me? Because you see
100.
people,
That's what I meant. You're right.
yeah.
You gotta play
The
your
war
part.
never
You gotta
ends,
play your
bro.
part, but it's a bit like when it comes to playing their part, it's like just verbally and whatnot. It's like a lot of the times these people are getting bun, like especially on
Hmm.
YouTube. A lot of these people are getting bun verbally to the
Hmm.
point where they are having to seek alternative you know, support methods. They're having to
Yeah.
pay people to try get rid of a man, and they're having to do
Right,
everything to
right,
try
right.
save a bit of face, because verbally and on any kind of level like that, you get bun intellectually.
Would you
You know, even
agree
just
that would you agree that
yeah,
a real person sticks to the rules and a demon goes out their lane to try anything? A demon would walk into a fist fight with a gun or a shank. Would you agree? Right?
yeah, yeah,
And then
100.
yeah,
there
yeah,
you
yeah.
go then. So that's why they do all different things, because the demons, they won't go into the fight like with gloves on. You're ready to fight a boxing match. You got your gloves on. They will have a shank and a gun and a toothpick. You know,
Yeah.
and that's how it is. That's just how it is. That is just how it is. That's the life we're living. You know, it's always gonna be an unfair fight, just like it's been. Or
Yeah.
life has been unfair. You know, that's why I said
Yeah.
sometimes you have
No,
to
it's
fight fire with fire.
yeah. Sometimes you have to fight fire with fire, but it's like whenever you're up against a demon, you should just know who you're up against to begin with. That
Mhm.
I always know who I'm up against. I always know exactly who I'm up against, and I always overestimate their potential instead of underestimate their potential.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
right.
so
Yeah.
you know,
Well, you see, when
just to know
for
what
me,
kind of madness they're coming with.
what I've learned about demons, whenever I enter a fight, verbal or whatever, I'm gonna go heavy. I'm just gonna go hard. The fire's lit, ready to fight fire with
Yeah,
fire, and I might just go extra hard just to put on that scaring energy, just to show
yeah,
like, don't be coming around here trying that bullshit. You better take that back to the demon club and play with your own like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't be fucking with the real ones around
yeah,
here. You understand? People that
yeah.
So instead, because
I
good
mean,
guys go into the fight and we go in light with chances. We want to try and understand the problem and blah blah. Now they're ready. They've come to the door with the shotgun to the face. We open the door and the shotgun to
yeah,
the face. You know what I'm saying? Wait, you run to the door on a humble tip. So that's
yeah.
the kind of
So
fight
look,
it is.
can I just ask you, because obviously I'm subscribed to your channel and I watch your shit, so big you up, yeah.
Yes,
You know, on some of the things that you made, I kind of get the gist that you just kind of want Jared to come out and say like, look, were you stripping? Were you selling yourself? Were you selling your services for, you know, were you soliciting yourself
Hey,
for a better
no, hold
word?
on, wait.
And and
Before we go off
no,
subject,
so
yeah.
it's
Before we go off subject, broski,
yeah.
1 second, because we was doing a real good subject. Let's not make it about my man for 1 second, because we was on a real
No,
good
no, no.
subject.
I'm
Yeah,
asking
you lot
him.
said
I'm asking
something.
him the question.
Go.
Yeah, yeah. I weren't even taking it there. No, I weren't. I fully weren't taking it there. I was just asking, like, look,
Go.
is it more just the case that you want a man to speak on it because there's evidence out there? Is that more the angle you're coming from,
Well, yes, it should be
or
public
what?
awareness. Now, listen. I do this for the real niggas,
Yeah,
okay? Real men, real niggas, whatever, yeah. Right. If
yeah,
you're claiming, if there's a man there and he's claiming he's real, you understand? And I
yeah,
could actually turn it up. Well, I won't, because we're gonna go back to the other subject. But anyway,
yeah.
there's a man who's acting or claiming like he's a real man. Now we have evidence and facts to say that he is not. He is not. So
Okay.
that needs to come out. It's like the girl from London that I'm addressing as well, grooming my son. Get me? I'm trying
Okay.
to put her on the grooming list in London. I've been trying to do that. You know what I'm trying to say? And I
Yeah.
think it should be awareness. Certain things need to be awareness so people didn't clown. Like this guy,
Yeah.
Jedi, acting like a real guy, but he does a tootsie roll on a pole. That means he aims for the body hole. So I want women to be aware that this guy might just try and put it in your body and like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
Oh shit. Hey,
Well,
look. To be honest, look.
Sorry.
To be totally honest now, yeah, I'm gonna be totally honest. Like, I don't really care, but this is just the truth of the matter. I have actually someone else, kind of highlighted this as well, but it's at the stage where you have to address it. He has to
Right.
address it. Obviously, address it on your own panel because you're there, you're on camera talking like what you're saying is a madness. So
Can I pause you 1
specifically,
second?
you're
Can I pause you 1 second,
yeah,
Kaz? Yeah, because
yeah,
because of what you said when you say he has to address it. Now, remember the subject we started on. We're talking about demons, yeah. And what is the devil?
Yeah.
The devil is the
Right,
master
right.
of all lies. The devil ain't addressing shit, bro.
Right.
He's never gonna get to address nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we have to understand something from the
Right.
demon's perspective. The demon's perspective is not to highlight the wrong that they're doing, it's to highlight the wrong that you're
You're
doing.
doing.
Yeah.
Mm,
So
mm.
let's put it in
Mm.
perspective. If you was around the demon and the demon punched you in your face, yeah, the demon ain't gonna highlight the fact that it's just punched you in your face. It's gonna highlight the fact that you punched back. So you punch the demon back in the face. The demon's gonna say, "Well, no, you're wrong. You're bad now. You've turned evil now because you've hit me." Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
they're not gonna
yeah.
highlight what they've done. And that's called gaslighting. And this is what I
Right.
mean in the sense of every time we talk about demonic behaviors or people who behave in demonic ways, we notice there's always this fire element, whether it be gaslighting mentally, whether it be, you know, being hot-headed. There's so many aspects of
Yeah.
this fire. And when we talk
Mhm.
about demons are always associated with fire, and that's the reason, cuz. And once we start
Yeah.
to see and unpick the poetry in it, we start to see, hold on, nah, this guy's gaslighted so many, or this girl's gaslighted so many people, and then we see the demonicness in you. You know, like that,
Yeah.
because you're not
Right.
fucking real.
Yeah, when you
Right.
when you're saying
Your own
gaslighting, I
shit.
understand exactly what you're saying. To be honest with you, I fully can read between the lines. It's a bit like you've created this whole thing now,
Mhm.
and like when we look closely, it's like there's so many holes in it. To be honest,
Right.
forget about holes. There's
Right.
no foundation. Like
Right,
it's
that's
just
what
an
I'm
illusion
telling
of the
people.
building. There's no foundation even.
But
You
bro,
know?
you're telling people not
Like-
to do things that you're doing. So I punch someone in the face, but I say it's bad man if anyone else punches someone in the
Yeah.
face. Or I
Yeah.
make a statement about someone. Yeah, I try to flip in. I try to to pass judgment on someone. But if someone else starts passing judgment, all of a sudden it's the worst thing that ever happened. That's what the gaslighting effect
Yeah,
is.
It's wild
Mm.
contradiction. Wild
You feel me?
contradiction.
Like you can't
Yeah,
even stick to
it's-
your own behavior. That don't make sense. That's demonic, bro.
Yeah. To like yeah. It's, you know what, it's mad. But to be honest with you, like I understand all angles, but I do think what people should realize as well with certain people, whether you treat them nice, whether you treat them bad, it's always just going to be about them. So it might not even make a difference if you decide, oh, I'm going to be good and I'm going to, you know, stick to my own morals and not lower myself. It don't matter if you do lower yourself or if you don't lower yourself, because this person is so consumed in just on their
Right.
radar,
Right.
in a sense.
So can I-
This
so
is
can-
my
you still talk?
realization. Selfishness.
Can I ask something? Can I ask you something? Right.
Yeah.
Remember we was just talking about demons and the energy, right? So when you were talking about Jedi addressing things, right? What do you think? Just a quick question. What do you think of the fact that his fans and all that stuff, a lot of them know about this, but they choose to just accept it? That's a question to both of y'all. What do you think about that? I mean, what kind of energy is that? I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know what the question is. Or you know what I'm saying? Like, we were just talking about demons for the demons. You know what I'm saying?
Look,
Now-
I can give you this. I can give you this explanation. It's like when I was around there, I heard about some of the allegations, yeah, and I kind of thought like, nah, it's just bullshit. I thought like, you know, like imagine, you know, like people are just beefing back and forth. They're gonna say things like that. I thought I was being intelligent when I came to the conclusion that this is just the art of war on YouTube.
Yeah.
But then, and also at the time when I used to be there, I was also so loyal that I never went to do any research about these videos. I didn't even look anywhere else. I just stayed on that channel and I was happy there. Do you understand? So I didn't even go and look
Right.
to see if it was real or not. It was only when I stepped away and went to other channels and I'm seeing like, wow, it's like there's more to this story. And also, like I've said before, whether you like Muslim people or not, like from my experience, most Muslim people don't really lie. You're not going to have a whole group of Muslims all agree to lie. It just usually don't
yeah.
happen. And the
I see
fact
it on
that it was
Speaker's
the
Corner.
Muslims, yeah, the fact that it was that the Muslims kind of that came out with this, it made me think, okay, maybe I should have taken it more serious to begin with, because
Right.
I don't see, you know, people who are praying 5 times a day and devout people just making it up. and
Right.
then rightly so, there was obviously videos where he's saying about he don't do that anymore and stuff like that. And I think that's the part that you know, that's the part that you might have to address. So the people that are close to him, I think a lot of them don't give a shit. A lot
Can
of
I
them
say
don't
one
care.
thing? Can I say
Yeah.
one thing for both you and Shifa to think about, right? I don't know if you've seen the gay magazine allegations, whatever you call it, but he had the same pictures on his Facebook with the gay guys. Yeah, on your let me just pause, okay? Because I want you to think about something. You can have all these different kind of apps and stuff and put up what pictures you want, but Facebook, when that came out, it was for family. In fact,
Yeah.
it insisted that you had family and friends only when that first come out. So it was only making you really add to family and friends. So knowing you've got family and friends on your
Yeah.
Facebook as well, you know what I'm trying to say? You go and put
Yeah.
these pictures up, but you claim that you're straight. I'm just saying we ain't stupid
Yeah.
around here, man. We ain't stupid. Now I'm saying at this point in time, I call him
Yeah.
bisexual. I'm not gonna call him gay. I'll call him bisexual. You know what I'm saying? And that's if he can choose to stand up and admit to
Yeah.
anything or tell his story. I already know. Jedi.
Yeah.
Okay, I know.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell me
It was
anything.
obviously. I know what you're talking about. You're referring to the one where he had his ass out, isn't it?
Yeah, and all the rest. Yeah, the other,
Yeah.
yeah. Have you seen
Yeah.
all
And it's
the
a
other
bit
pictures,
like,
bro?
yeah, and it's a bit like having your ass out. You gotta ask females, do you guys find this attractive? And females will say, maybe if I see his bulge at the front, he wore some like, some tight pants or something. Maybe they would like it. Who knows? But the ass out, I don't know if that was a picture for females.
It
I
wasn't.
would just have to say that.
It
Um,
wasn't. It
was
wasn't. It wasn't.
yeah.
You know.
So
Let's just keep
that's
the energy
that's
cool.
that's the only thing. And the thing is, like, and if you are listening to this, Mr. You gotta remember that the kind of energy you put out, like when I heard what you just said, he said about you and whatnot, and the whole supporting that whole motive, like we're talking about a man's kids, autism, even myself, like the immense slander. Now don't get that. The difference with me, there's not a single ounce of real life evidence, pictures, videos of any of the slander that's been put towards me. But just the
Okay.
fact that it's been put out there, just the fact that there's been
Right.
slander put out there, makes
Right.
me know that kind of like, okay, this is how man are operating. And
Right.
it's kind of like it's a covert, dirty style of doing things. But
You know
then
what
it's a
upset
bit
me,
like,
bro?
yeah,
You know what upset me, bro? Yeah, the fact that because I've been on this bitch promoting the UK, using the UK as a place to look up at. When it comes to these American streets, because trust me, like I said, I've been here for
yeah,
ages. So I would say, take examples from the UK. We don't play like this. And then all of
yeah,
a sudden, I bump into Jedi. All of a
yeah,
sudden, I bump into Jedi. How did that make me look? And then Jedi,
yeah,
listen, Jedi, let me tell you something. The Americans know what RE is doing to me. And for you to jump up, you stupid prick, you dumb bastard. Get me? What you like? Listen, I would have donated you £2.50 a week if you really needed the money that bad. You understand? But you show me your true calling. Only dumbness is gonna ride with dumbness. Listen, RE found herself a demon in the UK. That's why these two get along so well. They haven't got a damn thing on me. I've never done anything gay in my life. I have never done anything whatever in my life. You understand?
yeah,
Get me? And that's a fact. Get me? And they know that. For Jedi, I don't know where he's got this idea from. I don't know if he's trying to draw me in and make me
are
one
they
of him.
accusing you of gay? Is that what they're doing?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Even Jedi said
Oh.
shit about my kid, my son, and tried to say that I'm gay and that. Get me? What, blood? I done a skit at Tommy Sotomayor, all right. I done what the Americans done. I got my top right, put it over my head, like how the American gays used to look back in the day. Put it over my head, sat in my back garden, summertime, catching a suntan. I was taking the piss out of Tommy Sotomayor. I'd made a video doing it, like, yeah, I'm just doing a suntan challenge, everybody. You get me? I was comparing the color of my nipple to my skin. You understand?
Yeah.
Now, they took this part and said, look at him rubbing his nipple for Tommy Sotomayor. trying to make me seem that I'm gay, and the fact that I used to wear string vests, and the fact that I used to wear string vests. Now this is my Jamaican tradition. You understand? Get me? I used to wear string vests back there because it's gay in America. Now I'm gay.
Yeah, that's
because
a madness.
But you know, so it's one of those, and then they use these things and they keep rehashing them and bringing them back up
That's not
to attack,
String vest has
and now
never
they're
been
bringing
gay.
it up again as we speak. Do you know?
No, but string vest has never been gay, cuz that's always
Only
been
in America,
been
bro.
a part of West Indian culture. That was never
Bro,
a gay
tell the
thing.
Yeah,
Americans
that's like
that.
Clark's, man.
Even in
Tell
America,
the
I don't think it's
Americans that.
necessarily a gay thing. I think the Americans, the Americans themselves, they just deal with a lot of gayness. That's just American, full
Right,
stop. But as
right,
far as the actual
right.
string vest, the string vest itself is a piece of clothing. It's a material. The material doesn't talk. It doesn't come out and say I'm homosexual. It doesn't do this. So
Right,
whoever came up with that idea, they're deluded. And
Americans
the thing
did,
is,
bro.
both of you are saying the same thing. All right, but remember, both of you are saying the same thing. When we're dealing with demonic behavior and
Hang on, is
demonic
Ari
people,
here?
what they deal with is deception. But what they deal with is deception. When you deal with demonic people, they want to deceive other people. So what they're going to do is they're going to make things out to be a particular way that they know they're not, but they're going to use deceptive means to try and reinforce the issue. Just like the devil in the Bible, when the devil told man to eat from the tree of, fruit of good and evil, because he didn't necessarily lie, but he was very deceptive with his instruction and with his lack of giving information, if that makes sense.
Okay, so Ari's here now. She's actually the
big up,
the
sis,
ladies
big up,
here
big
herself.
up,
Hey,
big up.
how you doing, shit for hey shit? I never called this man gay in my life. Never.
All right, shut up. Take a listen. See this girl, right? She just oh my god, really? You never called me gay? You really never called me? Get her off the panel,
I've never
man.
heard it. I will say that.
You see, now, this is the demon. This is the demon. Listen, this is the demon at work right now. Trickery. Now everybody knows this girl's put out that I'm gay because I curbed her. Maybe she thinks because I curbed her when I didn't even know I curbed her, I'm gay. Get me? When did you say I was gay? Just last week, I
never said you was
last
gay.
week. Was saying I was gay.
Never said you was gay.
You know what? You're a lying man. Listen. Get off the panel. Don't come up here and want to talk to
This
me.
not
You know
your
what? I don't want to
panel.
talk to you.
I'm
You can't come
Schiffer.
up
You
on
want-
my panel and talk to
you
me.
want
So
me
you're
off
using
your
other
panel?
people. You're using
Schiffer.
other people to come up and talk to me.
Oh my
Nobody wants to
God.
talk to you. Go over there to Jedi. You understand? You
What
gotta
do you
take
got to
these
do
Bibles.
with me being
Listen.
over here? Oh my God.
Hey, listen. What do you want?
Schiffer, can I talk,
One sec.
please?
One sec,
Yeah.
guys. Listen. Before anyone talks, let me just say one thing, yeah? I understand, that everyone is individuals and sometimes we have issues with each other. Now, I
Thank
prefer that we don't have an issue with each other over here because this channel is not about issues. If anything, if we've got an issue that we want to resolve, I'd be happy for you lot to resolve. Do you feel what I'm trying to say? But I don't want
I hear
anyone
what
to
you're
feel
saying.
like I
Yeah,
don't want anyone
can
to
you
feel
lot
like they're
resolve it?
unwelcome.
How about that?
Nah, it can't be solved. And I'm gonna show you how much I'm a
Alright,
true
I'll tell
believer
you
in
what,
the spiritual energy.
I
I'm
think
gonna
what
show
we're gonna
you
do,
how
I'm gonna
much.
let you go first. 7. I'm gonna let you go first, and you explain to us
Bro, you mean
what it is
bro?
that you want to say and what's not resolvable, and then I'm gonna let Ari speak from her perspective if she feels it's like there's something that is resolvable or unresolvable. So that everyone had
Yeah,
their
you
fair
lot
say.
should work this out, man. Real talk.
No,
You lot be strong
bro,
together.
Listen.
Brother,
Listen.
I'm begging you. You lot be strong
bro,
together.
listen. You gotta understand, bro. Listen. I call myself a demigod. I got names like 7 deadly sins for a reason. I'm really in touch with the spirits like that. You understand? My energy's about that life. I recognize energy. I'm not gonna sit down and work out no deals with a woman that's trying to put my kids on her channel and shit like that. Or that demonic and fuck that. Fuck that. And fuck that. You understand? Remember, listen, this is gods and angels, bro.
Yeah.
Listen, but enough love to you too. You understand? I'll be back. You get me? But I'm not coming up. I'm not sitting up here with this thing. I'm not. I'm about to go live and roast the hell out of her. So it's not gonna happen. But blessings for having me on the show. I'll be back though on the next day.
Hey, listen. Not that we got a big place, but do you want to shout out your thing? So if people do want to go there and listen, like.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll be over on the Rose Sector 7 channel. I've changed the name today, so it's Rose Sector 7, 7 Deadly Sins. If you put that in there, you might be able to find me. But I'll be live in like an hour or so. I'm just gonna wash up. I was doing the gardening. So
one second, Seb, before you go, yeah. I just want to say one thing to you, my brother, and I appreciate that, you know, you're a man and you're entitled to your own stance in life. So I'm not trying to change your stance. I just want to say that from what it sounds like, Sister RE didn't come here to start a beef with you. She came here on a resolution.
bro.
So
If you can done it, just done it.
One sec, Sham. Obviously, because you've said, you know, you've got your reservations and, you know, certain things have been said that you don't feel like it's resolvable. We appreciate that and we've accepted that from you. So I'd just like you to accept that RE, from what I've heard so far, has come here on a resolution. Although you don't feel it's resolvable, she may feel that it is and is trying to work things out with you.
No, bro, it's trickery, blood. It's not the first time, blood. You know how many times you tried to resolve, blood? Just listen, bro. I mean, blood. Let me just say to you, blood, like peace and blessings. Get me? No, get me? Like I still respect you, people. You know what I'm saying? I still respect you and that. Get me? But I know the tricks. I know the tricks, bro. You understand? And you're learning time. You're learning time. What it is, she's trying to stop. Hold on, my nephew's trying to call me. Hold on. What she's trying to do now, she knows that I'm gonna go around to all the real niggas from the UK and warn of her. That's why she's here, bro. That's why she is here. The only reason to come up here trying to sound all nice and shit. Get me? Oh, where's the video you made about me yesterday, Artie? Give them the link. Let's hear what they have to say, what you made up. But I'm going to go.
What,
you know what I'm saying? I'll be listening to the show while I go and do my thing. You understand?
Yeah.
And blesses. Let me exit this time, but blesses, all right? I'll catch you on the next time. Peace, though.
All right, cool, man.
So I want to hear from you now, Ari. I want to hear your perspective and what it is that you wanted to say. Because at the end of the day, you're still a sister, innit? And Seb is still a brother, innit? So regardless of whatever controversies, even Jedi in there, that's why I don't really like to talk about people, because you're still sisters and brothers to me. Do you understand? We're still from the same stock.
I agree on that.
Like, so,
fully agree on that.
You know, at the end of the day, I will never hate anyone. I'll never hate any of you, and I'm not going to try and turn anyone against each other. I prefer that, you know, between the brothers and sisters, even if we're going to agree to disagree, there can be some kind of, you know, cordial relationship there where, you know what, we can at least stand each other, you know, because we got enough enemies in this world. But Ari, I'm going to let you go, sis.
What do you want to ask me, Schiffer?
So what is the controversy?
It'd be good to hear.
This has been going on for 14 months now, so you can ask me anything.
But do you have?
I have my own. Oh, go ahead.
Do you have a personal beef with Seven though?
He used to be my co-host a year or so back. We've been battling for 14 months. He was my co-host. We fell out over some conversation over pimping. Okay. Till then, I tried, and we both tried to be cool and things like that. But the trolls always control his platform. He listened to anything the trolls have to say about me. Okay, this was 14 months ago. Now, you've been making edits. I've been making edits. We've been going back and forth for a good year. I got fed up. I don't know this man. Don't want to know him. Never going to meet him. He's on another side of the world. Okay? So when we was on Jedi Show, I don't know if Suge was there or not. We battled each other for 4 hours straight. Okay? 4 hours straight. He was telling Jedi and them the same thing he's telling you guys. All right? So moving forward, every time someone say RE said something about him in the live, he strikes up lives and have a panel full of people going in on me. He make edits going in on me. And I'm like, I'm just used to it. Just like he going live in a minute going in. I'm so used to it. It don't bother me anymore. Hello?
Sorry, sis, can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Sorry, my thing was on mute. So I was saying, that my issue is this. I see you as a brother. So you as a sister and Seven as a brother. Yeah, I see you both as elders as well, because you're a bit older.
I'm the elder. He's 42. He's 42 years old. I'm 14 years older than him.
All right, so you guys are a bit older than me, so I'm giving you your respect as elders, and I'm saying, like, at the end of the day, you know, if you're on my panel and I hear a brother and a sister going at it, I want a resolution. You know, you've probably heard me go at it with some sisters. And
Mhm.
like, for instance, me and Sister Nanifa, we've gone at it certain times. But you know what? We all have tried to find resolution. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Right.
I'll still go on Nanifa's panel. We'll still talk. We still try and keep it cordial. And we try to find mutual ground is what I've kind of established from Nanifa, which is why I've still got respect for Nanifa and Sister Lady Divine. And, you know, any sisters I may have gone back and forth with, I still got respect for you, innit? It's just that, you know, we had that little back and forth, but we still have to
Right.
recognize that this is our community. And, you know, certain other communities, they probably look at us and they're laughing and like, these lot can't even flipping work out their differences. Do you know, like that?
Right.
And it
It's
just
so,
hurts me, man. It hurts
Schiffer,
me.
it's prolonged so long to the point of I stop. I don't talk about him. If I mention his name, then that's when he'll go off. Okay, that's what he's going through right now. And my people that comes to my chat when I go live is tired of it. They always say, "Why are y'all still at it?" It's not me. I'm doing my own thing. I don't
But
know why
how-
he has so much rage for someone that's an elder for one, and in another country. I don't have this kind of hate for him.
But what kind of resolution has been offered? Like, for instance, obviously, you lot had an argument on Jenai's panel for 4 hours, I'm establishing, yeah? Now,
Mhm.
did anyone try to neutralize the argument, try to offer a resolution, try to resolve it, or was it just allowed to continue?
They tried to, you know how they are. You know how you know them better than me. You know, they did try to, wasn't taking sides. That's one thing y'all don't do. And after we had the argument, they wanted us to peace up. I'm like, no, because I've been through too much with them. And then they was like upset with me because I didn't want to. I didn't understand why he had so much hate for me. But the idea, they were still cool with me and they were still cool with him. You know, they invited him they come back to the panel. They invited him to Freestyle Friday and everything. That's a London thing to me. I'm in the black sector. This is a UK sector, you know? So as I'm continuing my friendship with Jeds and them, I guess he just got fed up with it and just start going in on Jed. That's it.
So
I don't have nothing to do with that.
You see, from where I'm sitting, yeah, like I said, I got respect for you. I got respect for Seven, innit? So I'm going to be respect for both of you, innit? And I'm going to say, is there a point of saying, you know, like for instance, me myself, you know, I've had arguments with people and they may have said some stuff that I don't necessarily think is the right thing. I may not even, what's the word? I may not even want to resolve it with the person. I may feel my own animosity towards the person, but I've said, you know what, let's be the bigger person and just apologize. And just leave it where it lies.
I've been trying to apologize for months ago. Okay. The idea is this: I left the man alone. If someone like a troll come in my chat, because trolls start a lot of beef too. A troll come in my chat and say, Seven over there going in on you. I'm like, so? And then I mention a story about me and Seven or something like that. And then a troll would come in his chat and say, RE, you know, he's a Jamaican. And he got that other side to him. He got that islander side to him. Okay. I really know that type of anger. I've been around Jamaicans half my life. I don't mess with them when they in that kind of mood at all. As you can see, you all try to make a resolution. He didn't want to hear it. I was quiet. And you know me, Schiffer. You see me in action. You know I'm not a quiet person. You don't know me that well, but you know I pop off. But,
no comment. No.
You know, but hey, I can't solve that. I can't apologize for someone that's still continuously going in on me over some reason for me to be over here. He was telling you before you even started this channel. You know, I've been following you for about a year. Since I saw the New Year's Eve thing, that was in 2020 going into 2021. I haven't seen you go live, post anything on IG. I haven't seen you even do anything on your channel, on your Schiffer Don channel. You haven't even uploaded no new music at that time. I was looking for you because I like your style of rap, and I was learning the UK rap scene because it was introduced to me the drill was, you call it drill, right? Drill music or trill, something like that. And I didn't like that kind of music. That was like a self-snitching type of, like we have gangster rap out here.
Yeah.
And drill's similar to that. But my sons listen to that,
Yeah.
And I didn't like that. So when Wisdom and Raspek brought their music to my channel, he was my co-host.
I hear you. But then in the same respect here, I'll give you an example of a situation I've been in where, for example, I used to go on a show called Valley Vision, and I used to get into a lot of arguments with certain particular people. One goes by the name of James Jones, and James Jones used to say some stuff, and I might say some stuff back, and we both made our perceptions of each other, X, Y, Z. But you know what? There's a point of saying, we don't really know each other like that, and we can both let that argument go. Do you understand? So we have same with even with Jedi. Then me and Jedi, we've had our controversies, we've had our back and forths. Me and Maku's had our controversies, our back and forths, X, Y, and Z. But I'm pretty sure no one's heard me make a show about Maku or make a show about Jedi or Constant. I don't talk about them like that. In fact, if I say anything, I try to say something positive, because at the end of the day, they're still brothers. Do you understand? And this is still our community.
Schiffer, that man said, I'm looking for UKD. Okay, I don't want to come on your panel cursing and everything. You know how he talked to you about what I want and how I'm trying to do this towards you and all of that. He said the same thing to Natty. You think I'm cool with that? And I'm an elder. How old are you? You probably in your 30s. My daughter is 32. My oldest daughter. My son will be 30. Okay. Yeah. I have kids you guys age, and he going around telling everybody this is what I'm looking for.
Yeah,
that's not right.
I totally get that point as well, and I just think you see from my perspective, that I've heard a lot of people say things about me, but what I do is I've let it go. I just ignore it, and I just don't talk about it. And the more I don't talk about it, the more I've noticed that people will get bored, and things will resolve themselves in that way. Do you know that? In the sense of the less I talk about it, the less energy I'm giving to the situation. If they keep talking about it, then it's all their energy. You feel where I'm coming from?
I even have lives of him saying, I don't hear RE talk about me anymore, but I don't care. I'm gonna still go in on it. I'm like, why? I'm not talking about you. This is crazy. And this is why I don't go live on 7 anymore. He complaining about me showing old content. No, I'm putting old content on the wall. If you look on my wall and see the old content, it's like 9 months, a year ago, 4 months ago. Why would I want to start up some new stuff when I'm on another road to having good content? By coming to your show, by being over there on Jedi show, y'all talk about real topics. My channel was built on BS, drama. I'm tired of going through that. I'm an older woman, and it's getting to my health now, Schiffer.
Yeah. So you wanted to stop
energy, that's going to get to my health. I don't know him, and no reason for me to get all in uproar and all that and get my health all jeopardized because over someone I don't know.
So you wanted to stop. Long story short, you want to put that. You want to put it to rest.
Yes, I was here for it.
Yeah, and I hear that still. And I think, like I said, there's certain people who I might want to put things to rest with. They don't want to put it to rest. I've just had to just learn to accept that. And, I just do my best not to exasperate it. If they exasperate the situation, I can't stop someone else's actions. I can only stop my own.
Exactly.
That's the stance I have to take. I can't say to a person, you know what, for instance, two people don't like each other, then I can't say to the person, well, you should not dislike that person. I can only say to that person, well, if that's your prerogative, that's you, innit? But if you're choosing, to dislike a person or choosing to continue an argument, is that not something that is kind of, you're a perpetrator too, then, you're as bad as the other person. Then. You're both continuing it. Do you feel where I'm coming from?
The only reason why I had went back in on him when I saw him telling you things, we talked about it. You know, you said I never did that. Cool. When Natty went over there and said that, you know, the situation, because Natty didn't like me having a live about you, and I understand that y'all brother, you know, y'all good, you know what I'm saying. But when he went to 7 with that, and knowing that I have my own live, and knowing that me and him be in Jedi's chat, why he didn't confront me in Jedi's chat? You know what I'm saying? Because me and Natty never had problem. I don't even know you that well. I know your music, but I don't know you as well. I know you fiery in your debates. You know.
So can I just say something? You know, the whole time you was talking, she was talking about how she left me alone, and it's only till I put in the chat and called him back in. She said the only reason I went back in on him is because of you. Because of you. Really, Artie? Does that make sense? You said you made no videos. Where's the video you made yesterday?
Didn't you say that I wanted to? I was trying to stalk you.
Where's the video you made yesterday?
Didn't he say that?
Where's the video we made on me yesterday? Didn't you say you made no videos? You made. Hold on, let me finish, yo. You said to him, because you're not lying, right? You're not a demon in here. You're not like, you don't tell lies, do you? You just said to him you made no videos. Show put the video up you made yesterday with the turtle and that in it.
I have a lot of videos with turtles in it.
Oh yeah, what? You delete it? Did you delete it, RE? Do you have to show the screenshot?
Look on my community wall.
RE? You gonna deny it?
Look on my community wall. I have everything about
what was it titled? Why the
Look
fuck?
on my community wall.
What was it titled? What was it titled? Oh yeah, I'm the community wall. What have you been writing on the community wall about me?
Because it's my community wall.
We got screenshots. Listen, Shifa, make sure you're watching my live, please. I'm gonna show you just how much of a demon she is. She's been up here lying to you, bro. Up here lying. Straight
was I lying, Chipper? Lying, when this man told you I was trying to get some
bro. Let me tell you. Hold on, I'm still talking. You're being rude on his show. You're being rude on his show. You're being rude on his show. And Shifa, let me tell you, Shifa, let me tell you what this is for. She's trying to get close to you, bro.
I can't say that was a lie.
Well, that was a lie.
I'm hearing both of you. This is the thing. I'm listening. Now, obviously, she said was it a lie when what did she say? Say that again, Ari. Say that.
He said I was stalking you and trying to get some. I had a crush on you. I was trying to get some UK.
Yeah. Right. And you know it's a fact. And you know it's a fact. We can prove it, innit? We can prove it. We got different big. Listen, am I the only person saying it, Artie? Am I the only person saying it? Was people coming to my chat also giving up this information, Artie? So why are you acting like it's just me? We know the truth, Artie. That's why you're here trying to save yourself. You're trying to make entrance. Same thing you did with Jedi because you was scared of what I was going to say to Jedi about you. You're trying your old tricks, Artie. Shifa, I beg you, please, just watch my live. You understand? And the truth will be revealed. You know what? You know what we do? After we reveal the truth, we'll see how righteous RE is about this being a friendship. And I will invite her onto my show so she can say a big apologies for everything she's done and then ask for my friendship. Let's see if that happens. Okay. Because she's here stunting, bro. She's here stunting, bro. But okay, I'm gonna let you enjoy the bullshit. I want you to remember the bullshit she says, because when you come to mine, we're gonna relay all, and we're gonna go through all, and you're gonna have witnesses. You just got RE talking shit right now, but you're gonna have witnesses. Okay,
I'm gonna agree to that. I'm gonna agree to that. Yeah, I'm gonna agree to arrive on your show, and we're gonna do all of that. But I'll ask you one question.
All right.
If there's anything RE can do, to resolve this situation with you, and from the same perspective back to RE, if there's anything Seven can do to resolve the situation with you, so that you two ain't going at each other, because I don't think this is something that where you woke up one day and just thought, you know what, I want to go at RE, and I don't think RE just woke up one day and thought, I just want to go.
Bro, listen, you gotta understand the lies, bro. You gotta understand the lies she's telling you. Listen, bro. When she stops talking about me and leaves me alone, bro, she stalks me. She all that stuff. She's loved me for years, fam. And now she's talking about co-host. Co-host. Explain what a co-host is, RE. Come on, let's get this one. You're just a damn liar. How was I a co-host?
Can I talk, please? Shifter, can I talk? Please, Shifter.
Yeah, go on. Let her speak as well. Go on.
Okay. Shifter, the question is.
I asked you a question. I asked you a question. Please answer the question first. Explain the co-host. You're calling me a co-host. You said I was a co-host for you. Explain that.
Schiffer, I'm up here to ask you a question.
Wow.
Didn't he tell you that I was stalking you and wanted some UKD off of you?
You're just gonna skip my question and just
He
go
did-
into some
he
mad.
did already agree with that. He did already agree with that. So I don't think we have to go over that again. But I think his question is, what was your question again, Seven?
I said a co-host. Tell her to explain what a co-host is. She was saying that I was your co-host, her co-host, and she said she was emphasizing it. Like, I don't understand what's going on. She done everything, bro. She broke everything. That she attacked me. How could you not understand? She was the one attacking me. Everybody missed it. But anyway,
He wanted me to answer the question.
Explain. I ain't finished. Explain what a co-host is and the job of a co-host.
Okay. Didn't I have you on my show every other day? Wasn't you on my show every other day, co-hosting with me?
That's because I chose to call in.
Okay, that's a co-host, right?
No, it's not.
What is it then?
Stop it. Stop
What
it.
is
So
it?
when hold on. So when I'm on the panel, me, you, African goddess, blah, 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 the ladies, we're all co-hosts. Is that what you're trying to say?
No,
What?
just you and I
So
was co-hosts. You and I.
Am I a co-host to Shifa now because I'm on the panel? You see how you don't make sense, Ari? You see how you try? Stop with that demonic.
I'm on my channel every other day, right?
Ari. Stop it! You're not so
You was
smart,
on my,
Ari.
you asked me a question.
Listen. Well, how about you just be a
question.
hold on? I'm talking. Hold on. How about
I
you
can't
just
deal
be
with
real?
this.
Hold on, man. How about you just be real to yourself?
I'm being real. You was my co-host.
Listen. No, you're not, Ari.
You was my
No,
co-host.
you're not, Ari.
You was
no,
my
you're
co-host.
Not, Ari. Stop it. Stop with your lies, Ari.
Okay. What was it then? What you call it then?
Listen.
What do you call it?
Listen. You love talking when I'm trying to talk because that's how you know the truth's gonna come out. You keep doing this.
Thank you.
Doing
Check
this.
me. You on the panel. You are a co-host.
You are
Thank
a demon, Ari. That's why you love talk over
Thank
people when they're talking on positive, righteous shit, nigga. Stop it. You understand? Now, why don't you be real with Shifa and tell you what you're really here for? You hear me? You want to get close to the nigga. That is it. All this up and down bullshit, trying to be nice. You know, listen, nigga, you just sat up here telling him you have made videos on me and all this shit. Only because you see me put in a chat that I'm going to call in, you said, oh, the only time I attacked him is this. Nigga, show him the video you made yesterday and the ones before that and the posts on your wall. Everybody tells me what you're doing about me, man. You haven't stopped talking about me. You're the problem causer, making out like it's me. Get me? Chiffa, remember I was telling you about this. She's making out to men, right? That I'm bullying her. So what are men gonna righteously do? Stand up for a woman, right? That's how she had men attacking me. Do you understand? Don't fall for demonic tricks, man. Like simple, you get me? RE, you simply shut up and don't talk about me. Leave me alone. 100. That's it. So that's how it stops. That's how it stops.
All right. So we got Seven's resolution from the perspective of, you know, just don't talk about him, don't make no videos, just don't mention him. That's what he would like. What would you like, Ari? Because I think we need to be fair as well. It's not just one-sided, is it? There's two people in this this conflict.
What I would like, Schiffer, for him to quit telling you guys that I'm looking for some UKD. I am an elder. You are the same age as my kids. And he's still up here saying the same shit stuff.
So Seven, if she stops talking about you and adheres to what you've asked, can we do that also?
Of course. What I want you to do, bro, is subscribe to all of her channels, please. And every time she goes live or make a post, just go and keep eyes on it yourself. And you will see truth. Still. Okay. Have you got all her channels? Because she got loads of other channels too, bro. Yeah, don't think it's it's not like just the one, you know. Get me? Remember, we're talking to a troll.
Well, I think
get me.
You see what
and the person in the chat, the person in the chat, why am I so angry? Because you don't know what I've been through. You don't know. I've have to listen to Shifa hear lies from this woman. Nothing but lies. You notice that she's jumping up saying that. What are you lying for, Seven? Notice that she's quiet because it's truth. You understand?
Yeah, Seb,
I'm
you see
quiet
this
because
is
you
another
won't let me
sister, yeah?
talk.
But Seb, you see, this is another sister here who is testimony to say, do you know what? Schiffer ain't always been the most diplomatic. Me and Souls has had arguments, but you see, Souls are over here supporting the show. Because at the end of the day, what I'm trying to get through to you guys is we're still brothers and sisters at the end of the day. And you know, we still got the perpetrators out there trying to perpetrate us, our community. So we have to, you know, be able to defend ourselves properly by showing solidarity, is all I'm saying. And in that regard, you know, that's why I'd like you guys to have some kind of resolution. And, you know, obviously, if Ari's agreeing not to talk about you today, Ari, I just hope that you would stick to it. And if you're agreeing not to say things about Ari that she's not, you know, particularly happy about today, I'd hope you stick to it.
Well,
and if everyone sticks to it,
you know what? Well, let me say this, right? Because I'm not falling for none of this bullshit, bro. We've been here before many times. You know how many people have had come to my show saying, come on, Seven, you just go first, just be quiet, don't make no videos, don't say nothing about her. And like, you know, and she carries on, them we'll believe you. You know, we're on your team, we understand. And every time, this is like 5-6 times, bro. 5-6 times. Who breaks the contract every time? Her. You get me? Every single time. She's just, you know, basically I'm wasting my time talking. Because
so Ari, can you hear his reservation in a sense of he's saying that he's happy to resolve with you, but he believes that you're going to break the resolution? What do you?
If he's going around telling you and other UK men that I'm looking for some penis, that's going to piss me off. I'm an elder. I have a man I've been with for 15 years.
Unsubscribe from my channels now. Unsubscribe from my channels now, please. Can you do that? Can you do that? You gone quiet? What are you gone quiet for? Can you unsubscribe from my channels?
All right, let's not backtrack in it. Let's not backtrack. You specifically.
No. This is not part of the same track. It's part of the same process. Right. Remember, I don't want nothing to do with her. I don't want nothing, but I've never wanted anything to do with her. I was around there. She switched on me. Then decided to attack me and my family and shit. All that shit I've gone through, bro. You understand? I don't want nothing to do with her. There's no resolving like that. She can cut, she can stop the bullshit, then I will stop the bullshit about her, and then she's like, it's done. You understand? But RE has never stopped. She had, yeah, I'm wasting my time. Listen, you're dealing with somebody who's got mental issues, get me? And she hasn't told you this part of her life, but you're gonna learn soon in your own time. But she got mental issues. She wakes up, she goes to sleep, she don't sleep thinking about me. Facts. Get me? What can I do about it? Nothing. I've had to live this, bro. And I try to explain it to certain people, and it just goes out the same way. But in time, when you just pay attention, everybody wakes up and sees. Everybody sees it after a while. But by that time, it's like 4 months down the line, and I'm still going through the shit. I'm putting up with the lies, and she runs around to other people, finding new people, telling them the lies, and then getting them to come at me. Same process, bro.
So if we accept that, yeah, if we,
you know what,
if we accept what you said there, yeah, we're going to accept what you said rather than everyone push back against what everyone's saying. We're going to accept what Ari said, and we're going to, if we stick to resolution and Ari sticks to the resolution, and no more videos are made about you, you're not mentioned X, Y, Z. Can we just call that a resolution and we just, you know, put this to bed? Because maybe you two,
well,
in a different element without this argument, you know, I could see that you'd both be strengthening our community. You know, at the end of the day, you know, we're all panelists, we all run our own panels, we all support each other. And at the end of the day, so I don't see that.
No, bro. Please do not connect me with her, bro. I've done my best to distance myself from her. I even went quiet, fam. I went quiet. Don't listen to her with the lies. Remember, I'm not a bully, you know. I spent the last like 6 years with in the Tommy sector here, protecting the black woman. That at one point it was only me. People said, "Yo, Seven, you're the only person that are out here protecting the black woman, speaking on this Tommy stuff. You're the only one left. Everybody's gone." I said, "I know." Do you understand? So I want you to know how deep the rabbit hole goes, bro. You get me? Yeah. She, a black woman, came attacking me. Yeah. Like crushing my whole name foundation. See, Seven don't like black women. Look how he's attacking black women. When she's attacking me to make me, bro, you can't make this up. I do not do deals with the devil. I don't do deals with the devil.
But
You
that's
know,
why this
but
is
I
a,
wish
that's
he
why
was
this is
there
a
to
good subject.
experience.
But
Yo, I
that's why
wish he
this
was
is a
there.
good subject today, because I think that you see what you're saying there. Like when you look at the title of the show, demonic possession or mental health, you know, I think the two contrast each other. And I think, you know, to an extent, even me myself, I have to look at myself and look at my own mental health certain times when I'm arguing with people and I'm back and forth. And, you know, like for instance, when we first started this channel, you know, a few of the panelists, you know, I've had controversy with particular people. And I've made a point of saying, let's not talk about that controversy. Let's not talk about those people. Let's bury it where it lies. Because at the end of the day, we're bigger than that. And our community is worth more than that. And if we can find resolution rather than finding more arguments, you know, it's only going to help us to strengthen our community. That's what I'm dealing with right now. Although it's jokes and banter, like I'm taking this one serious. Because like I said, you're a brother, you're an elder. So I got a lot of respect for you guys. Both of you, you're both elders. Now, as much as you've got controversy with each other, Ari's not really gone at me in that way. So I can't really, you know, go at her that, and you've not gone at me in that way. So I can't go at you in that way. I've got to show a mutual respect and just say, do you know what? You as elders, is there not a way that we can just resolve this, put it to bed, and just say, all right, you know, that's the end of it? Obviously, if someone starts it up again, and we can highlight that and say, do you know what?
Can I interject, please? Like he said, we're elders. That means life experience, bro. Okay, I want to work with you right now. That means life experience. And I'm a person that, like, you know, I've experienced life. You know what I'm trying to say? On this plane and spiritually, you know, like try to connect with your spirits and things like that, understanding the plane, you understand? Like, boom, I know demonic energy, fam. I've tried. At one point, I was asking her, why are you coming at me for? What have I done? What have I done wrong? Nice, like, blood.
That's a good question. What have you done wrong? I'd like an answer to that question. That's a very good question. Ari, can you explain to us where is that 7 day wrong? Because
what he done wrong is telling you guys that I'm chasing after UK penis. That's wrong.
I'm talking like 6 odd months ago. What you talking? Why you bringing him back into it?
Why you won't let me talk though?
No, let me say something. I'm gonna try and put my voice down.
Why you won't let me talk shit for you to ask me a question?
Listen.
This
We
man
are
won't let me
talking.
talk.
He asked you a question. Why did you say?
Are you asking me a question? Please.
That's my bad. No, I didn't phrase my question right. Let me phrase the question properly, because you know what? Sometimes I do that. I'm going to take responsibility for that one. So previously to this thing of, you know, 7 saying that you wanted UKD XYZ, previously to that, when the controversy originally started, what was it that 7 did that created the controversy where, you know, you wanted to go at him?
When he was my co-host? Because
when he was a panelist. Let's not say co-host, because obviously
when he was a
panelist, you out on this damn show.
Why he won't let me talk is what I'm saying.
No, go ahead, Harvey. Go on. Let her talk, please, Seb. Let her talk, please. Go on.
Hey, can you ask me again, because he was talking when he was a panelist?
When he was a panelist, prior to, you know, him saying anything about you wanting UKD, what was it that created the issue for you prior to that?
It was the idea of he had problems with people I brought to my show. He didn't like the idea I had certain people coming on my panel.
Demonic energy. Keep going. Explain the people on the show. Come on, let's get it. Go on. Expose yourself. What were the people like coming on your show? And what were the people talking about? What were them people like, Ari?
Quiet. No, he won't let me talk.
Silent. The demo has gone silent.
Hold on, Sev, let her answer. She's going to answer.
Answer, bro.
Oh my goodness. You know, I'm going to answer your question because right now it's just getting off base. Okay, now he want me to explain to people that used to come on my show. The key word, my show. Okay, a guy named ZX. A guy named Chucky. I don't have problems with them, but he did. So if they come into my show, why you have a problem with it?
Well, they're your co-host too, because they was on the pan. No. That's why I had a problem with it, RE. And you know that I was against them for all these years, RE. But you kept inviting the ones, the Tommy Halpers, the ones that used to disrespect women and all that shit, rapists and all that shit, RE, onto your show. Why didn't you have a problem with rapists and shit, RE? Huh?
Now let me speak, Schiffer. The
Go
guy
ahead,
named ZX is what he talking about. The guy named ZX that he had a problem with coming to my show was on his show going in on me.
What the fuck? This was when I come to you. We're talking about when it comes to YouTube. What are you talking? What?
ZX, the one you had a problem with,
making up
was
fucking
on
lies.
your show
You're
going
just
in on
making
me.
up lies. You're just intertwining
I have the clip. I
different
have the clip.
dimensions, nigga.
I have the clip
Hey,
that
I'm
ZX
done.
is
I'm
on
gonna
your
roast
show.
your fucking. You're a clown. You're
Go ahead,
nothing but a
I'm
damn ass clown. Stay up here
You
and
know what I
lie.
mean,
Yo,
Schiffer?
Schiffer, I'm
I can't
out,
deal
yo.
with this type of energy.
Yo, shout out to Schiffer. I'm out, man. I'm not gonna listen to this dumb, stupid bitch. Fuck that.
All right, cuz.
Thank you. So basically, he's oh, go ahead.
I've established where he's coming from. What he's saying is that he believes you're conflating time periods. Now, I can kind of understand that as an argument, so I'm not going to, talk too much about it. I'm just going to leave it as what it is. Now, I think that from your perspective, I kind of get that at the end of the day, you're saying, well, this same person who you didn't like, regardless of when it happened, they was on your panel. And I get that too. So I'm listening to both parties. And I think from my perspective, as an outsider, I think that the controversy between you and Seven doesn't just rely on the two of you. It relies a lot on other people.
That he has a problem with.
Yeah.
Now, Schiffer, didn't he just had a blowout talking about he wasn't my co-host? You mentioned panelists, so I ran with the panelists. So when I had let you know his problem with my show, that he was not my co-host, just a panelist, that he had problems with the people that I brought to my show. Now, if you have a problem with that and you wasn't the co-host, what is your issue with the host of the show? If you're not my co-host, so if you're not my co-host, you shouldn't have no reason to be mad at me because of who I bring to my show.
Yeah, I hear that, and you know what? This is the thing. I think both of you make relevant arguments because as a person, I think sometimes, especially as men, we forget that we have emotions. We forget that there's certain things that connect us to the way we interact with people, other than just our thoughts and our logic.
Let me interrupt you one. You're not just men to me. You are men, Jamaicans for one, and you British. I'm American, so I have to learn these type of situations of y'all. What not to do, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a female and I've been in the game and I've been in the streets, you understand? And I know real from real. You understand? Now, if you have an issue with me, I know I effed up with you as being a man, I will apologize and say, yeah, I was wrong. Like with you. I made a live instead of coming to your panel or instead of commenting to you wherever you was at. No, I made a live and said this, that, and the other, and you was cool with it. I didn't get the other side of Schiffer. You know why? Because I know that you're young for one. I seen you in debates for two, and I was just like, I know he is not listening to this man saying that I'm coming at him. Yes, you're a good looking man. Yeah, you got bars. Yeah, I know you married. Yeah, I know you just had a kid. So why would I want to come this way towards you? But this man is on the panel telling you all these things that pissed me off. And that's why I know you didn't believe that. He overlooking what he's saying. Now, if I'm making lives, I understand, and have his name in the title and say, oh, this turtle this, and he ain't that, and he ain't this, I would accept that. as my responsibility. But if I make a live responding to him telling you I'm looking for you, and I watch me make videos on you, and I want some UK this and this and that, she's gonna be stalking you, bro, that pissed me off. So I'm looking at this and knowing that I'm a fiery female, I don't supposed to say nothing. What if your wife was that type that came up and knew how to catch a flight, blow my motherfucking head off listening to that shit?
Oh, no.
Sorry?
What about my man I've been with for 15 years? And he don't mind me coming online or anything like that. He's 70. I'm almost 60. Why is he worried about old folks? Why he worried about someone that's 14 years older than him? Now, if I was 60 or 70 years old looking for some UKD, I wouldn't go to someone who's married. I wouldn't go to someone that's the same age as my kids.
I hear that, and do you know what the thing is? Yeah, like, you see, because someone said something here, that don't mean everyone takes it seriously. Do you know, like that? So, like, especially with myself, I understand, especially when two people have got controversy with each other, they might not like each other. One might say something, you know, with the intention of actually getting at the other person more than the intention of, you know, trying to stick to a reality narrative, if that makes sense. Not to say that any of you two are lying. I'm not calling no one a liar, because when there's controversy and people feel a certain way, it's usually connected to something that's happened. So I'm not going to discredit anyone and say that what's happened doesn't happen. I'm just going to say that from what you've said, I think you've got you've got the ability to stick to what you say and just stick to resolution. And I think Seven has the same. But it's for you to choose that. I can't choose that for anyone. Do you feel where I'm coming from? And I think Seven has his reservations about resolution in the sense of, you know, he doesn't believe that you would stick to it. And I believe you probably have similar reservations. But there's only one way of knowing, which is to try it, or, you know, to put it on to the test. Does that make sense?
Oh, I've been trying. Even Raspek got into it and tried to make peace. You know, and you know he ain't into that YouTube. You know how the lion didn't go. So apparently
he's not really into the beef stuff, is he?
Thank you.
Yeah,
right. So yeah, it went that far. For right now, I just wanted to come over. I didn't come over here to really, you know, argue on your platform because y'all have real topics. I just came here to defend myself. That's it. I can't go through this argument. I can't focus on how he feel about me, you know. And like you say, I'm finna roast her. You've been roasting me for almost 2 years now. That ain't nothing new, you know. So keep going. What you got to do, just quit telling these brothers that I want some UKD, man, and quit telling these brothers I've been stalking you ever since I knew of you. If that was the case, why was you my panelist? And that's all I got to say. I ain't going to be bothering you with the rest of this. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you're neutral about it. And yeah. So anything you want to ask me on, I got to tend to motherly duties, grandmotherly duties. I'm a grandma also. Now, let me do one more thing before I go. I never talked about that man's family. His child. Never. What I did wrong was a couple of months ago, this Rose Stella had pictures, found a video of his with his child. And I had shared it on my community wall. And you know what happened? The men that come in my chat went in on me for just sharing that particular video. That was the only thing I did wrong. Uh-oh, you must have. Would you go to the bathroom?
I'm still here, Ari. I'm still here. I'm just listening to you. I'm listening to you. But I think at the end of the day, maybe if there's something you want to say to Seven, if there's like, you know,
Hell
anything
no.
you'd like to say to him, maybe say it now because it's
Oh
gonna be
yeah,
recorded.
yeah, I do.
Go on.
I do. Quit saying I'm trying to chase after some UK penis. It was many a times on panels that we all had sexual conversations. And it wasn't one that I said, ooh, can you DM me so I can see your piece? Nah. What I'm gonna do with a picture of a penis? Get a dildo and work myself? No. Too old for that. I'm in the chat. Thank you, Schiffer. I appreciate you being neutral, understanding, and not biased.
I do my best to not be biased. Sometimes I can be biased, you know, as a person who is an Israelite and has faith. You know, there are many times where I'm biased.
I saw you in action, okay?
There are
You
times
funny
where I'm
too.
biased. Come on. Like, it's like this show today. The reason I made this show today, Sham knows why I made the show today, because he keeps bringing up this thing of, you know, demons and angels. And, you know, yesterday demons were being called angels. And, you know, we're talking about, you know, like witchcraft and all these different aspects of, you know, spirituality. And I think that from my perspective as an Israelite, you know, there's certain things that I believe, but there's certain things I know to be true. There's certain things I've seen with my own two eyes. So when we start talking about demons, demonic possession, and all of these things, I think these things are prevalent in our communities more so now because we live in integrated communities. And some people, their community, that's specifically what they deal with. That's where they're coming from. They're coming from a demonic heritage. You know, their whole culture is based on demons. Do you know what I'm trying to say? They never expose it like that. Most people wouldn't talk about it like that, but when you look deeply into it, there's a lot of demonic things going on, a lot of demon worship, a lot of people who believe that, you know, they're better than others, or, you know, they believe that they are they've got self-entitlement. Then, you know, they're entitled to more than everyone else, X, Y, Z. And to me, these are all demonic factors. Because if you think about it, the devil, is that not what the devil, his whole argument was? That, you know, man was given dominion over the planet, but what puts man over me? I'm the demon, I'm the devil, so I should have dominion. I'm the one who should be
I'm the demon. I'm the demon. I could have easily been in my old ways and just went back and forth with him. Yo, you punk, you beast, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not going to let that bring me out anymore, Schiffer. Like I said, it gets to my health. I'm an elder. I'm not going to let a person like I don't know get me in my feelings anymore. It used to bother me. But after 14 months, I don't know you. And I'm not going to let someone I know put me in a dangerous state of health. I was having headaches. I couldn't sleep. All this kind of stuff, dealing with someone I didn't know. This was the pandemic days. Right now, everybody working, everybody doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? So while I'm doing my lives, I'm watching you. I'm watching Jed, how y'all run y'all show. I'm tired of building my show, having shows, beefing.
Yeah. Agreed.
You know, that's all.
I get tired of the beef myself. But I think that there's a point of saying someone has to set pace, innit? So you see, like sometimes, like I might not like a person, I might not like what they're going on with, so I want to tell them about themselves. Now, once I've told them about themselves, I've set pace, and they may now want to say things back to me. They may now want to highlight my inefficiencies. I think it's the same thing in resolving stuff. Like, there's a point of saying, you know what? Me, myself, I've been in controversies. I've said controversial things. I've made jokes that people they took serious, X, Y, Z. So there's a point where I just say, you know what? All right, if I've affected people in that way, I'm sorry. I apologize. If they keep talking about it, if they keep going on, I just don't address it no more. I just leave it as what it is and just ignore it. You know, if we get into a personal back and forth, that can't be controlled. But there's a point where I can say, you know what? Let's put it to bed. I'm not talking about it no more.
Right.
If I say sorry and they don't accept my apology, at least I made the effort. That's how I look at it.
And
You
that's
know,
how
and
I
maybe
feel
at
right
some
now, sister.
yeah.
Thanks to you. I was quiet. I tried to answer your questions, but he had interference. I kept my cool. I didn't say,
Mm,
"Would you shut the fuck up?" Well, I'm trying to fucking, like I can be.
mm,
I learned the hard way.
yeah.
Okay. So I'm in the chat and I'll be listening to the rest of your show. I'm going with my day. And thanks again.
Yeah, man, I
Now I
appreciate you,
know he's
man.
gonna be using this, your live, and critiquing and saying everything about me being a liar or whatever. It's all right. I'm not gonna even watch it no more. You know what I'm
I'll be
saying?
fair with you though, yeah. On this live, I don't believe you or Seven have lied. I believe you've both given us your honest opinions and your honest reservations, and I don't think that anyone could perpetrate that as a lie. I think that, you know, the controversy in totality, you know, previous stuff, XYZ, I can't speak on. I wasn't there. I'm not going to talk about that. I'm just going to say on this particular show, I think you've
Mm-hmm.
both offered, you know, your honest opinions, and to some extent, you both offered a resolution. So at the end of the day, regardless of whatever's been said, however it panned out right now, we can still stick to that resolution if we choose to. Does that make sense?
Right. Right. It does. It makes a lot of sense. But I have to go. And thanks again.
Yeah, big
And
up,
if
sis.
he
Big
come
up.
back on and tell his side, I'll stay in the chat. I'm done with it. I'm done. I'll come back over here when y'all have serious, most good topics that y'all been having. Okay? So have a good
Thank you,
one.
sis.
And kiss the
Thank
baby
you.
for me and your wife.
I will do.
Okay.
Come
Bye.
on. Bless this. Bless. So, you know, I think this was a good little show to do for the middle of the day, you know, because I know a lot of people don't believe in demons, but the people who don't believe in demons believe in mental health. And I believe that the demons around us can affect our situation and affect the way we deal with each other, can affect arguments, resolutions, all of these types of things from taking place. Yeah. The same way mental health can. It can do exactly the same thing. You know, mental health can stop a person even talking sense. That's the same thing a demon can do. A demon can stop a person even talking sense. It can make them talk madness. So I think that that's why I thought this was an important show, to show that depending on who you are, depending on how you think and how you see the world, to one person, what's mental health is demonic. And to another person, what's demonic is mental health. But if we can work out how to control these aspects, if we can work out how to control those demons or how to control that mental health, then we're going to have a better opportunity to move forward without those things affecting us in the negative, if that makes sense. Yeah. Now, if a person has mental health that's good, it never gets highlighted. You know, like that. It's only when it's become something negative, when it gets highlighted, that's when they start saying, well, you need to see a doctor, or you need to take this pill, or you need to go to therapy, you need to do something. Yeah, when it becomes negative. But outside of the negative, no one ever says these things. So, you know, I think it's the same with demonic behavior. Yeah. Or angelic behavior. Someone's behavior is angelic. Yeah. And they're displaying, you know, good traits. We say that that person's an angel. But when someone's displaying bad traits, we say that person's a demon, that person's demonic, they're a devil, whatever, bam. Yeah. But is there a point of saying to ourselves, okay, why is this person being affected by this mental health? Why is this person being affected by this demon? Why does this person consistently want to do the wrong thing? And once we can ascertain what the reason is, don't we have a better chance of, you know, dealing with that mental health or strengthening it? Do you feel what I'm trying to say? Or dealing with that demonic, if it is demonic possession, and exercising that demon. You feel me? It's like, I remember watching, what's that film called again? The Exorcist in them films there, the exorcisms. Yeah. And a lot of times when they're doing the exorcisms, especially in movies, I'm talking about now, yeah, I always hear them talking to the demon or the person who's possessed, and they ask the demon for its name. Yeah. And I've heard in a load of these films that I've watched personally, you know, that without knowing the demon's name, you can't really exercise the demon. You know, if you watch films like what's that one there with Keanu Reeves again, like Constantine and them type of films there, they have these elements in there where it's like they need to know the demon's name, they need to know the demon they're dealing with. And I think it's very similar with mental health. You know, with mental health, you might not necessarily need to know the name of a demon, but you need to know the name of the mental health issue that the person you're talking to has to be able to proper deal with it. So it's almost the same to me in that perspective then. You feel me? Big up to Triller Slayer, big up brother, yeah. Big up Sister Eve, you done know sis, yeah. You caught us right near the tail end of the show, so I'm not going to be keeping you too long. But at the end of the day, it's easy to say we're not affected by it or to say something doesn't exist. Yeah. Like my brother Natty said earlier, Natty said, because I can't see something and it's not discernible, I can't feel it, it doesn't exist. Now, if I said, you know what, a person's got bipolar or schizophrenia or any mental health condition, regardless of what it may be, what's another one that we can think of? A person's got hallucinations or hears voices or XYZ, whatever the mental health condition may be. Now, if I say because I can't hear it and because I can't see it, it's not real, it doesn't make it any less real for that person, or it doesn't make it any less real for the people who is affected by it. Yeah. Now, once I can establish that, I can now establish that there are things that I can't see, I can't feel, I can't touch, I can't taste, but they're real, they're happening, they're affecting the world around me. Do you feel where I'm coming from? Now, as a person of faith, that only strengthens my faith. Yeah, big up Eve, man. Thank you, sis. Please catch the replay and give us your opinions. But ultimately, just because I can't see it, feel it, touch it, taste it, and know it for myself, doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Do you feel where I'm coming from? It's like, I can explain it, like people's feelings. Yeah, you can't see someone's feelings, but we know they exist. Do you feel where I'm coming from? And maybe that's there's a part of us, what, you know, because we feel our own feelings, because we know what we're going through ourselves, we're willing to accept other people's feelings. Yeah. But even if we think about the word feelings in its actual essence, yeah, when you say you're feeling something emotionally, it's a lot of times linked to something you're thinking more than what you're feeling. But we call it feeling because we may have a gut feeling, or do you know what, we may feel upset, or we may feel depressed, or we may feel like the world's against us. We've got some type of negative pressing down on our mental. Does that make sense? Now, ultimately, I could say to everyone who's feeling down, depressed, or any kind of mental state, that what you're feeling is an illusion. It's not real, but that doesn't make it feel any different. Does that make sense?
It does make sense. It definitely does make sense. I think, you know, just to like summarize, it seemed like there was an opportunity to make peace, but the brother definitely didn't want to make peace. I don't know exactly what's going on, so it's hard for me to even give my take on that specific situation. Big up Ari, by the way. I didn't bounce because of anything to do with what's it called, this situation. I just had something I need to do. That's all that was. But I do see both sides to a certain extent. I think when it comes to Ari, I have to say she's never done me wrong, and I respect people who are actually brave enough to say that, because I remember, when the situation was a bit peak for me, and I remember the people that, ladies as well, that came out and said, you know what, he's never done me wrong. Like, that shit means a lot when accusations are being thrown all over. So that's my stance on it. Ari has never really wronged me, so it's hard for me to have any anger towards her when she's always been very respectful. She's even like bigged me up in some instances. But yeah, what the brother's been through, I haven't seen that kind of behavior as of yet.
Yeah, and this
From
is the
her.
thing where, like, I've got a particular song that I like playing at the end of the show. Yeah, it's called Standby, and that's why I made that song.
Yeah.
Because we all go through these periods in life where it's like, for instance, I've had people who I went to school with them. When we was at school, we had beef. We didn't like each other. When we've got a bit older and we realized, you know what, half of the things we was arguing about is some childish stuff. We're actually good friends now. We actually do good business with each other, and we actually support each other.
Exactly.
So it's like we all go at different time periods. We all go through things, but if we don't allow each other to evolve and practice some forgiveness, does it affect us more than it affects the people around us? Do you feel where I'm coming from? Because if I couldn't practice forgiveness with that person, then I'd be missing out on, you know, a good friend or associate that, you know, does good business with me, that's supportive, X, Y, Z, you know, because I can't let go of the past. And that's all I'm trying to say to my brother and my sister. The past is the past. Yeah. Now, I'm not going to stand by and let no one flipping do something to me that's going to affect my life and not try to protect myself. No more than I'm going to stand by and watch people try to destroy everything I've tried to build, X, Y, Z. But then in the same respect, I'm not going to, you know, put anyone in a situation where, you know, because you did something today, that's the be all and end all of you. You can't change, because all things change. Everyone goes through their own evolution. Everything in its time. You feel me? But yeah, man. In reference to myself, I'd say when I first jumped on YouTube, I didn't have the same reserve that I have now. That had to be built. I didn't have the same mentality to deal with conversations that I have now. That had to be built. You know, for the longest time, people were saying to me, run a show, host a show, X, Y, Z. I didn't want to do it because I realized within myself, my opinions were too strong, which kind of made me a bit one-sided. And in being a host of a show, you know, all praise to the Most High, but let me give some praise to Veli Vision for being a neutral host. And in being a neutral host, there's times where you're going to tilt the balance. There's times where you might even seem like you're veering to one side. But I have to give props to the brother for showing me that that's the way to do it. Yeah. Even Jedi, similar. You got to be a bit neutral to be able to host a panel, to allow other opinions to thrive, to allow other people to express themselves. You got to be a bit neutral. Otherwise, what will happen is you'll kill the conversation before it's even begun because you're so adamant on one side. Do you feel where I'm coming from? So to some extent, I've had to learn this from other people, other panelists, other panels. Yeah. You know, like going on some of the American panels then, like RE, she's an American. You know, I'm pretty sure she's been on some of the American panels. I don't find that they're very accommodating like that. I find with the American panels, they're very opinionated, the ones I've been on personally. I can't say I've been on all of them, so I can't speak for all. I can only speak for the panels that I've been on. And I feel that if you don't fit into the narrative, it's going to be difficult for you over there. Yeah. Some people may feel that way about this show or Veli Vision show when it was running, or Triluminati or Seven or whoever is running the show. People may feel that way. Me personally, I always try to give the benefit of the doubt to the host because I think it's a difficult job trying to remain neutral, especially when, you know, we've all got our own opinions on things. You feel me? So I don't expect anyone to take no bullshit. That's the first thing I want to say. I don't expect anyone to accept a narrative. Second thing I want to say. I don't expect anyone to to feel like they have to bow down or be belittled. I don't expect anyone to do that or to be in that position. So anyone who's over here, I don't care who it is, even if I don't like you, I'm going to give you your space to talk. I'm going to give you your respect as a human being, and I'm going to allow you your entitlement to your opinion. if I share mine, I'm gonna try and share my opinion at times like this, like now, where there's, you know, it's just me, and I can just share my opinion with you. And I can say to you, for instance, looking at Seven and Re's argument, then I can say, I believe this argument relies more on other people than it does on the two people in the argument. So maybe you other guys, you know, who were there when the controversy was going down, maybe you have a part to play. Maybe you're just as much to blame. And maybe we as a community, we need to do better. As a YouTube community, not even talking as a black community now, or as any kind of ethnic community, just as a YouTube community, maybe we need to do better in allowing other opinions to exist, in allowing people to have their say, even if I don't agree with it, in doing our best not to offend each other, but just share our opinion. Because it's very difficult. Sometimes it's impossible. Sometimes your opinion is just going to offend, and I appreciate that too. So let's try also to be a little bit forgiving. Even if we don't like to forgive people, let's try and be a little bit forgiving. That's my request. Can't tell you to do it, but I can request that we try to be a little bit forgiving and try to let things go so that the conversation can evolve. You know, that we can work on bigger things, bigger issues. Because a lot of these issues, you know, that I've had personally myself, I see them as small issues. You know, a lot of the arguments I've been in, I see them as quite petty. So I let them go. And there's times where I've definitely been petty. So I can't say I'm innocent. Like, but I just said to myself, all right, the only way I'm going to change the narrative is by just not being petty no more. So I'm not going to be petty. Yeah. By not saying controversial things that I know are going to set people off no more. So I try not to say too much controversy no more. I just let the controversy be what it is. If it stands out as something controversial, I might speak on it, but I'm not going to highlight it too much anymore, because I think sometimes that's just like, it's tempting fate. It's like I'm triggering people. And I know when I'm triggering people, so I have to own that, innit? You feel where I'm coming from? I know when, for instance, someone is talking and they have a certain narrative and I just dislike it. I don't like the person. I know I'm probably going to end up attacking them. So what I do is I try to switch off. Someone's talking about something I don't like or something that might trigger me, I might even just put it on mute, turn the volume down. I can't even hear you now. Talk whatever you want. But we all got to find our own tactics in dealing with things. Yeah. So on that note, I'm going to say bless up to my sister Ari, bless up to my brother Seven. I hope that we can stick to this resolution. And, you know, next time we all meet together in one place, we'll have a better conversation than, you know, resolving arguments or just arguing X, Y, Z. And thank you to all listeners, panelists for arriving. We're going to do some outro music. I'm going to play that same song, actually. Yeah, I'm going to play that same song. Because we all got things we're going through. Yeah. We all got situations we're trying to resolve. Yeah, no one's perfect. But seek and you shall find. If we don't seek the resolution, there won't be one. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. And after I lock off here, I'm going to be going over to Seven's channel. I'm going to hear what he's saying. And I'm sure he's got some stuff that he wants to talk about, you know, in reference to this situation. But I'm going to be more of a listener this time. I'm going to do less talking because I think, you know, my opinion is my opinion, but I don't want to force my opinion into anyone's head. I just want to be able to help resolve the issues, if that makes sense. Hold on, Akingo, wagwan. We're going to be back later, yeah? We're jumping off now, but we will be back later. If you've got an email, if anyone's got an email and wants me to send them notifications when the show starts up, drop your email in the chat now, so then I can save it in the emails. And then obviously when the show's live, you'll get the email first before we even go live. So you get more time to prepare. Because I know sometimes it's difficult jumping on and we started the show when you're busy. I get that. Or we started the show when you're at work or you got your children, X, Y, Z. So big up to Akingo. Yeah. And we will catch you later. We're going to have a different subject later. But I thought because of the talk last night, this was a good subject to try and to reason on. Yeah, I'm not telling anyone anything's definite because it ain't definite. You know, like that. We're just reasoning. So without further ado, have a good day, and we'll speak to you guys later. We'll be back probably, I don't know, we're going to do a later show, maybe about 9-10 o'clock, something like that, yeah? But big up yourselves. Keep your head up in these streets, yes. It's the heaven for a G. Gotta keep your head up in these streets. If I die, I hope that there's a heaven for a G. I feel the pain when I lay my head and go to sleep, remembering some people we ain't never gonna see again. How can I just stand by, watching my world exploding like a landmine? And if I ever did you dirty, then I'm sorry too. But to be real with you, back then I wouldn't care about it. Just make the money keep coming like a landslide. No peripherals, my vision seeing blindsided. I was tripping, I was going out my damn mind. I still remember when they used to give me airtime. Oh, you should open up your ears now. If you weren't hearing me before, you're about to hear it now. Don't get caught in too much dirt, cause it will follow you. Just like they followed you on Instagram, it's weird now. I seen too many people go, it's in my head now. And life to me is worth more than just getting bread now. I can't go to sleep, I try and lay my head down, but I still hear your voices speaking in the background. Oh, there's something in the air now. I think I need to put something in the air now. I made promises I know I didn't follow through. If I ever did you dirty, then I'm sorry too. Whoa. Something in the air now. I think I need to put something in the air now. I made promises, I know what is crystal clear now. I don't wait for situations, I'm prepared now. We've been going through some shit that I won't go into. Lost my mama, F the world that I don't care about. Had to find a way to try and get my head around it. Get it right. Despite all those who ever doubted, different people got different things we're going through. Babies crying, Negroes dying, you might hear about it. Get that money, get the currency, the bread and stack it. If you never heard the story, you might read about it. They can see me but can't see them things I'm going through. Bad decisions get you missing, leave you dead or I forget about it. There's something in the air now. I think I need to put something in the air now. I made promises I know I didn't follow through. If I ever did you dirty, then I'm sorry too. Whoa, put something in the air now. I think I need to put something in the air now. I made promises I know I didn't follow through. I'm just trying to think of ways I can acknowledge you. Oh, Lord. All right, big up Sister Souza, Kingo, Suge, Ari, Seven, Eve. Let me make sure I don't forget no one. Natty 2 Dread, Rich LK, all the usual suspects. You done know. I'll catch you lot later. Yeah, bless up.